Welcome, Lion Nation, to the season opener of the 2023 season. Joining me tonight will be Mark Sickles. We also have some assistance from Melissa Sickles, who said she was retired, but she got dragged out of the house. She's going to run a little bit of camera. And you noticed I made a post today on Sports U, the Leander parents thing, seeking help for the broadcast. So if you don't mind and you want to participate, we're looking for all kinds of help. So make sure that you reach out to us either through Sports U, or you can go on to my Twitter. It's Cracy Train, KracyTrain, or you can reach out to Coach Price or anyone on the Booster Club. They'll connect you. We could use statisticians. Those are always convenient, right?
Yeah, that would definitely help. Spotters. Melissa won't be able to do camera all year, so we may have to pick up the slack.
Yep. And we have events that are going to cause us to miss at least one game each.
Yep.
So, there'll be at least one of us there for all of the games, but, we will certainly need assistance. The LABC president, Martin Cano, is going to also probably kick in next week, because even though I've always done PA over the last 8 years, I'm going to be moving strictly to broadcast because of the lack of help. If we've got to do all these things, and we have somebody who wants to step in, former LISD board member. We'll let you meet him next Friday at the Bastrop game as he steps in, and I ease him over to his role as PA. He's actually going to attend the Glenn game tonight, Mark, so he can get an idea of what Glenn's PA does. He sat in on a game last year.
Yep.
So he's certainly capable. He has a great voice. Certainly quick-witted. He's just got to learn all that equipment, and I'm sure he can deal with students and faculty pretty well, being a former board member.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to tonight. Obviously, this will be the first broadcast, first non-district game of the season, and we're excited. We have a lot of new players that we'll go through the broadcast. We also have some new sponsors that we're going to talk about throughout the night, and you can always check out the website at Leander Football, Leander Lion Football, and you can pull that up, and it has the games, it has the sponsors, and everything else on there. So we're excited to be going tonight, Chuck.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's the opener's always fun. Obviously, everyone's undefeated coming into the opener tonight. So all teams are looking at running the table at this point. The Lions were able to take down Pflugerville in the opener last season at home, 21-7. Pretty good game there in the first half, but the Lions really controlled that game almost from start to finish.
Yeah, they
Pflugerville
did.
had a couple of moments where they looked like they might rally a little, but Lion defense would slow them down. And so, it'll be interesting. A lot of those returning players are going to be back. The Lions will be bringing in a new starting quarterback, but he played a little bit last year. So we'll be seeing Logan Mitchell at that role today for the Lions, as well as potential other players. Pflugerville, I'm not sure who their starting quarterback was. He was a freshman last year. Cole Taylor. Yeah, that's his name, Cole Taylor. And so he's kind of a pocket passer with decent mobility. Something that we haven't seen from Pflugerville is someone who throws more.
Yeah. Usually we see a lot of running out of that
Right.
position. Yep.
And why not? They have the athletes generally. But
So we got a little bit of time here. Let's talk about the sponsors. We have the gold level sponsors here for the Leander Lions Football Booster Club. Mercy Veterinary Hospital at mercy-vet.com at 512-890-2000. They are at 18109 Ronald Reagan Boulevard over in Leander. They're privately owned, 15,000 square feet, state-of-the-art, small animal veterinary practice and luxury pet resort. They want to be your trusted animal hospital, and they offer a wide range of services to meet all your pet's needs, from comprehensive preventative care and vaccines, management for chronic conditions, acute illnesses, soft tissue and orthopedic surgery, to luxury boarding, doggy daycare, which they all like, and grooming. Their experienced veterinarians and dedicated staff provide compassionate and personalized care. They also prioritize your pet's health and happiness and treat your pet like family. Definitely want that. The other one, the other gold sponsor, Rush Automotive at myrushauto.com/Leander at 512-548-6134. They are at 2276 U.S. South Highway 183 in Leander. They also have a Rush Automotive in Round Rock and Bastrop. They provide premium auto care, and they have the skills, knowledge, and commitment to diagnose and fix any issue you're having with your truck or car. They utilize state-of-the-art tools, technology, and equipment to ensure flawless results with their certified technicians. They stand out from the rest due to their work ethic, dedication, and expertise in their auto repair shop. Their customer service and customer lounge is top-notch. There isn't a service or repair need that they cannot handle.
Yeah, and they also have a couple of silver sponsors, Leander Athletic Club, online at leanderathletic.club.com. The phone number 512-876-1855, providing your fitness, wellness, and recovery services. We're getting ready for the Lions to run out there, as you can see on the main camera at the moment. Then we have Lott Governmental Affairs, the other silver sponsor. That's Earl Lott and Lott Governmental Affairs. You can find him on LinkedIn and Facebook for Earl Lott and Lott Governmental Affairs. They're the Panthers. He helps his clients in private and public sector to address environmental issues, ensure compliance, and assist corporations as leaders in environmental responsibility. Well, I do some of that compliance work, so
Yeah, you do.
It's a lot of fun, I tell you what.
So, yeah, Lions are running out on the field. They're wearing the white jerseys, blue pants. We have the Panthers over here with the blue tops and white pants. So we have about 7.5 minutes left before kickoff, and Lions are kneeling in the end zone, and I know that's exciting, especially for those new players being up on varsity. Excited to be out there, but it's hot.
It is, and, I drove over here. It was about 107 degrees according to the thermostat in my pickup truck, and I have no reason to not believe that. In fact, if anything, it seemed like it was a little mild compared to what it felt like when I walked to that truck from my front door. So
yeah, I had the wide view here. The shade from the press box is reaching the far sideline, thank goodness, for the players, but the stands are still right in the middle of that sun. Of course, the Pflugerville fans are over here in the shade, but it is the wind is blowing tonight, so at least there is that. It's not just that steady, no wind heat that you feel all day long. And
as we had mentioned, and I'll keep harping on this until we get some volunteers. We have two cameras. We're fortunate to have Melissa here to move that tight camera around to the action. The other camera is just fixed on the field. It's a wide angle. You'll be able to see a lot of action on kickoffs and things like that from that angle. But if we had someone out there to control that camera, we would be much better off. The national anthem, but we don't have a crowd mic. That is an issue we have here at Pflugerville. We do have a mic, but where the box is,
let me go check it out and see if it's working.
I think we could turn at the very least we could turn the mic up in here in the booth.
Number 16, Jeffrey Hinojosa. Number 71.
The captain's being read right now. Captains for the Lions, number 17, Augustus Bayarina, number 40, Michael Segovia, number 21, Jacob Bailey, and there on the end looks like that's going to be number 66, Joseph Tafasi for the Pflugerville Panthers, number 4, Christian Bam, number 0, Donnie Wright, number 16, Jeffrey Hinojosa, and number 71, Max Mendoza.
Yeah, we just have the PA announcer piping through the sound right now. We don't want that. We'll hear ourselves. Yep.
I can only take first down so many times. He doesn't say it when we get the first down. Yeah, that's right. He does throw in that mascot every time he calls it.
So welcome all of you to the Lions broadcast. Going through SHN Sports, as we've been doing that for years, and Chuck and I will be handling the games this year for you, and hopefully we'll have a little assistance, but if not, we'll make do.
Well, and if you're uncomfortable and you think I just have no skills, if you show up, that's half the battle, right? we can teach you how to do these things. They're not very complicated. We're not going to put you on as the main producer and require you to deal with audio and video beyond potentially holding a camera. So, and we can teach you how to do that. I'm not even very good at that. So,
yeah, we got about 4 minutes until kickoff.
Anthem's going to be sung. But hopefully they'll put it over the mic. And that was the silent national anthem. I'm not sure if you were able to pick that up. Again, we don't have a crowd mic. This stadium, despite its newness, the crowd mic ports that are within the booths aren't good. And even though we're on the end here, we don't have a cord long enough to put a microphone outside that door.
Yeah,
so
it's rare
we can't
that
open the windows.
And we're sometimes in the middle of the press boxes, and we don't have one long enough, couple hundred feet. So we'll make do. We'll see.
First broadcast of the season. We're going to bring you all the action as much as we can here. Lion football kicking off 2023. I didn't notice. I called the captains, but I didn't see who won the toss, Mark.
Let me see here. It looks like Leander's probably going to receive
It
just
does.
by the way that the
because the
setting the
referee's
ball.
on the Pflugerville side. Yep, setting it up on the 40, which would be where they kick from. Not sure how that went, whether it was selected or if it was, deferred.
Yeah. So they're trotting out on the field, and it looks like number 82, Gabriel Cancino, is going to be kicking for the Panthers.
All right, and the Lions coming out in kick return formation. Back deep to receive for Leander. We're going to have number 10, and that's Isaac Montgomery, and he is going to be alongside of number 1, Zane Wooldridge, who had a pretty good season last year for the Lions. Started out on defense, some injuries, got him over on the offensive side of the ball, and he showed himself to be pretty explosive with the football in his hands.
Yeah,
so
he sure did.
We'll see if he does something here to open the game. The kickoff is going to be done by number 82 for the Panthers. That's Gabriel Cancino, and he's going to kick it out of the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback line, so we won't see Zane Wooldridge on a kick return to open the season, but he'll have plenty of opportunities as we move into the season. And we only want him to have one kick return tonight, right? The rest of the night we want it to be kickoff.
Yep, that would be nice. All right, first play of the game for the Leander Lions for the 2023 season. Here we go.
See if they were able to knock some of that rust off during the preseason. Logan Mitchell, the quarterback, looking to the sideline for the play call. He's got receivers already spread out along the line of scrimmage. Just as running back and offensive line there in the huddle for Mitchell. Shotgun formation. He'll take a snap, drop straight back, looking to the left. Pass incomplete, intended for Wooldridge, but it looks like it kind of got out of his hand. That wasn't a pristine pass, so to speak. looked like it slipped out of his hands a little bit. It's a hot evening, and despite the lack of humidity recently, we do have some now because of the quote-unquote hurricane that hit south of Corpus earlier in the week. The pass in the flat, incomplete.
Yeah, that was a little swing pass over there to number 24 for the Lions,
E.J.
Hargrave, incomplete in and out of his hands. So now 3rd and 10 for the Lions.
And that pass also looked like it slipped out of Logan Mitchell's hand. So, maybe they need to get him an extra towel out there. Maybe they need to put a towel on his center. Fake handoff on 3rd down. Hits Woolridge on the slant.
He's got the
50,
speed.
40, 30. They're not going to catch him. 10, 5, touchdown Lions. No flags. Big play. The Lions on top early, Mark.
Wow, that's great. And that was a nice little pass over there in the corner. Oh, wait, looks like we got a
late flag.
Late flag.
In the end zone. That could be a late hit, though. We'll see.
Or maybe some type of celebration, but I didn't see too much of that. But
that'll be post-touchdown regardless.
But, hey, what a great start to the Lions coming out and hitting Woolridge on that pass, look like on the little seam there.
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard, Mark. We saw 2 passes kind of flutter out of Logan Mitchell's hands, and they ran that tight slant. He hit him right on the money in stride, and, not that many people are going to catch Zane Woolridge.
No. And once we saw we know what his speed was. And and once he had that opening, we knew he was going to go.
So we have the call here. Looks like it's going to be against Pflugerville. It'll be assessed after the kick. Either that or they pick the flag up, but I didn't see him wave it off. I'm waiting on a signal here. We got a whistle.
Now the
Lions ready to kick that extra point. Ivan Rodriguez doing the honors.
Yeah, he had a big year last year.
Unsportsmanlike against Leander after the touchdown, so that will go on the kickoff.
Yeah, like I was talking about, Rodriguez had a great year last year, and we're expecting even bigger things from him this year.
He's a weapon for Leander. And he'll step in, see if he starts his senior year off right here. Snap, hold, the kick is up, and it's good. Nice hold there by Langston Brady, the senior running back and linebacker.
Lions are on the board.
That's right.
That's a great start right there for Leander, coming out, getting an early touchdown on their first drive. So they'll be kicking into the wind. The wind is going from right to left if you're listening to us or if you're watching on the video.
And that makes a little bit of sense. Pflugerville throwing the ball a little bit more, as we mentioned pregame. They want to start off the game with the wind at your back, give your young sophomore quarterback a little bit of confidence. The Lions, Logan Mitchell, had a couple of rough plays. And, it's hard to say, is it a wet hand? Is the ball, a new ball so it doesn't have good grip on it? It's hard to say. That third pass right on the money, though. And no complaints here, 1 of 3 with a touchdown pass. And he's got about 55 yards passing.
Yeah,
so.
Back deep for the Panthers. Kyron Fraser, number 1, and number 2, Jason Evans. And they're standing right about the 25, 30-yard line.
Now, this, of course, into the wind, but Ivan Rodriguez has quite a leg on him.
Well, I don't see. We're talking about a celebration penalty or something. I don't see him marking off anything.
Yeah, I guess they must have been offsetting, and here we go.
Yeah, the coach is now. Oh, now they're walking it
Here
back.
we
go.
Yeah.
So they'll set it up and then pick it off the tee. Yeah, okay, there we go.
So it's going to be they're going to kick from the 25 instead of the traditional 40-yard line, which is the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct. Obviously, some type of celebration penalty. I didn't see it, but, a lot of times the penalties are thrown if you toss a football towards an opponent or, even say things, certain things you really can't be saying out on that football field.
Hey, but a touchdown pass on the third play of the game, let them get excited.
Oh, yeah. I think so. I think it's maybe they're just, this is a rivalry. It's a long-time rivalry. Maybe they're just trying to make sure they have early control of this game. It's going to be fielded at the 20 to the 30, 35, cutting across the field, tripped up by number 12, Jacob Harris, was number 2, Jason Evans, for the Pflugerville Panthers, and they'll take over 1st and 10 with a pretty nice starting field position at the 40 mark.
Yep. Yeah, that's a pretty good return, although not bad for where they were placed back with that penalty. Fair catch or something. I mean, are you kicking in the end zone? They're coming out, so they got a few more yards on that, but not a lot. I was kind of expecting them to end up about the 50, so they ended up at the 40. Not too bad. Pretty good coverage getting downfield.
And I'd like to see the Lions come out defensively and have a similar type success as they did on offense. In the shotgun formation is Cole Taylor, the quarterback for the Panthers. He'll take the snap and he'll toss it to the man coming across, and that is number 4, Christian Bayham, and he's tackled after a gain of maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah, number 26, Calvin Kessler, did a great job turning him in. When he was trying to cut outside, he was able to contain, turn him in, and lead him into some other people. He assisted on the tackle along with one of the other players, and we'll try and get all the players' names here best we can, but it looks like
yeah, he gave him 2 yards on that play. Taylor with a little bit of an early bark. Line defense a little jumpy. Taylor looking around. He's got 3 receivers to his right, his running back, and a wideout to his left. He'll take the snap, turn, and throw it in the flat.
Oh!
He's lit up. That pass was complete, or would have been completed to number 2.
Malachi Filan came up and laid the wood on him. Wow, what a hit.
Yeah, Jason
Incomplete.
Evans is not very happy with his quarterback, Cole Taylor. As he's
kind of let
set him up. not a good situation if you're number 2, Jason Evans, for the Pflugerville Panthers.
But Filan read that right as soon as he was pumping to throw over there. Came off the corner and big hit there, incomplete pass.
So in the backfield with Taylor's number 24, Ryder Miller. That's a unique spelling of the word Ryder.
See if Lions can get some pressure on him here.
Taylor drops straight back, flips it into the deep right out, and it's complete to number 4, and that'll be a first down for Pflugerville. Christian Bayham on that reception.
Yeah, they had the corner coming in on the hot, coming to put some pressure on him, and he took the out, and so the safety had to go over and pick up the receiver. So Lions gambled, didn't work out that time, but hey, I like them being aggressive.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Pflugerville, their first foray into Lion territory at the 47-yard line. Taylor, the quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to hand off to the running back straight ahead off the right side. He's going to pick up about 5, maybe 6 yards. That's number 24, Ryder Miller, on the carry.
Tackled by Langston Brady coming up. Got about 5.
So Miller will stay in the backfield with Corey Taylor. I have 3 receivers on the wide side here, near side of the field from your point of view. Pistol formation. Taylor takes the snap, drops straight back. Had a collision of lines in the backfield. Otherwise, there could have been a potential sack. Pass incomplete, deep down the field. Good coverage there by the Lions' number 12, Jacob Harris, as Kyron McFrazier was trying to get behind the secondary there.
Yeah, it looked like it may have hit him in his hands as he was diving to the ground, but incomplete pass, so now 3rd and 5.
The Lions had 2 defenders on the far side of the field rushing upfield, and they collided right before getting to Corey Taylor, which could have been quite a big play for Leander. Taylor in shotgun formation. Miller in the backfield with him. Taylor straight ahead. It looks like a broken play, but he's able to bounce it outside and pick up the first down over the 35 to the 34.
Yeah, big quarterback.
Yeah, he's not tiny.
Able to bounce off a player or two and kind of scoot to the outside and picks up the first down.
So it will remain Cole Taylor and number 24, Ryder Miller, in the backfield. 3 receivers here on the near wide side of the formation.
Ooh, I need to update this plays here.
The scoreboard?
Yep.
Kyron Frazier on the narrow side of the formation. There's a snap to Taylor. He'll roll to his left. He'll flip it in the flat, complete to number 85, and he'll go down the sideline for the score. Looks like there was a block there that they may have picked up, but that touchdown, number 85, by Javon Martin.
Yeah, kind of bounced outside, and big receiver out there kind of lumbered on down into the end zone. So Panthers are getting ready to try an extra point to tie it up here. 7-6 Lions, still 9:08 left in the first.
You got to wrap up. And it does look like there was a collision between two lines there that kind of set him open there based on the replay. Kicking the extra point, number 82, Gabriel Cancino. Snap is high, hold is down, kick is up and good. It's a tie ball game now, 7-7, so we'll see the Lion offense. And, it's a little bit surprising to see the offenses excel early over the defenses, because traditionally defenses are generally ahead of offenses. But I think at least in these two programs examples, they're kind of under new management over the last 2 or 3, 4 years, and they're really trying to implement their own systems. And that takes time. You can't do that overnight. I mean, unless you roll into Allen or something and you have 4 quarterbacks that you can choose from and, 7 running backs and things like that. The Lions, they're trying to build this program from really one of its lowest points in its history.
Yeah, it looks like the officials out there were talking about a personal foul against the Lions over there, so that may be assessed on the kickoff. Yeah,
that's not going to make the Lions special teams coaches very happy. Coach McClain, at least last year, was the coordinator for the special teams.
Yep, that's same thing this year.
Yeah, he's going to let them hear about it. And that's the thing about that coordinator position, especially that one. You've got guys on offense, you got guys on defense. Well, those guys that are on offense and defense come over and help you out on special teams, right? It's kind of a mishmash of guys from both sides of the offense and defense. And so as the special teams coordinator, you really have to work with all those guys. And they're tired when they get out there, and sometimes they forget that they're supposed to be out there. It's enough to give you a red spot on your forehead.
Yeah, so they're going to mark off the personal foul here.
Lions already back to the 35. Looks like they're going to set it up on the Leander 45. And that's Cancino with the kickoff. We'll see if they go for some type of onside here. Line front needs to be aware of that.
Yep, I would be expecting it.
Yeah, this is the kind of opportunity that you would take early, The only reason you wouldn't is you wouldn't want it on film. That's it. So Cancino lines up, and he runs foot into the football, and it's going to go through. Oh, it's going to hit the upright and bounce through. It probably would have been a good field goal.
Yep.
Kind of hard to tell from our angle, but
I think it did go through. Yep.
It looks like it did.
All right, so Lions have got to come out and get another series here on offense. They scored on their first one on the third play of the game, if you missed that early on. So let's see what they can do. They had a couple, 3 passes.
Yeah.
They didn't try a running play yet. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll see lots of that. But we'll see. I know most of the teams now are doing the spread, spreading it out, more receivers. So we'll see if the Lions – it looks like they're coming out in the same formation that they normally do.
Well, Pflugerville's got quite a bit of beef there on the front line and their 2 defensive tackle spots. Mitchell takes the snap, hands straight ahead. Didn't get a number on that running back.
That was number 35.
So that's going to be Braden Lott with the carry. Sophomore running back. He'll pick up about 4 yards, maybe 5, about 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Lions huddling, mainly with their line and running back. Lott remains the running back with Mitchell in the backfield. Bring a receiver in motion. They'll toss it to him in that motion. That's number 14, Parker.
Gets around the corner.
He'll pick up a first down. Kind of awkwardly drug down out of bounds, but first down Lions all the way out to the Leander 42-yard line. So 8:24 remaining here in the first period, tied at 7.
That's a good start for Leander, picking up that first down.
Mitchell, the quarterback, he'll take the snap, fake the handoff, Looking to his left, rolls to his right, tucks away.
Nice move.
Nice move there at midfield.
Good block.
Another move.
Oh, they're going to call a flag on that? Are you kidding me?
It must be that rule where he's coming back towards his line of scrimmage. You can't blindside the defender. That was Aiden Parker that's going to get the personal foul call. I think that was a little bit iffy of a call, but early in the season, those referees are also trying to get warmed up as well. So,
well, had enough for a first down, but they'll mark it back after the penalty.
It is a spot foul, and it will remain unless they – what was it? It was first down, so it's going to be 1st and 9. No, wait, 1st and 12, maybe 13. Make it 14. 1st and 14. The ball's going to be marked at the 38-yard line of Leander. Don't really want to do that, obviously. Push yourself backwards. That was a good play.
But, yeah, pretty good run there by Logan Mitchell, making a man miss.
Mitchell's pass complete to number 1, Zane Wooldridge. And he's back in the secondary again for a first down, spinning his way down to the 40-yard line where he's dragged down by Ahmad Sias of the Pflugerville Panthers, but it will be first down Leander in Pflugerville territory.
They just got a grab of his jersey, kind of slowed him down a bit. Otherwise, I think he would have been gone, Chuck.
That was the same play that the Lions scored on the third play of the game. Straight back, pass complete and in and out of the hands, rather, of number 24, E.J. Hargrave. So that's incomplete. It'll bring up second down. It'll stop the clock with 7:57 remaining here in the first period. Again, the Pflugerville front, those guys look like they're easily 3 bills.
Yeah,
those
they've
2
got
tackles.
Big tackle. All 3 of them up front.
Mitchell brings a man in motion. That's Wooldridge. They'll pitch to him on the little jet sweep. He's able to ooch his way through the line of scrimmage. In the open at the 30, 25, forced out of bounds at about the 25 by number 9, Brandon Bradshaw, rather. But it's a first down Leander. Oh, there's a penalty flag back near the line of scrimmage on the other side of the formation near the 40.
Yeah, that was a nice downfield block there by Aiden Parker. But they may be bringing that back. Let's see what the call is. If it was a hold, if it was offsides, looks like he's picking it up and now moving it up to about the 20 or the 32.
Yeah, that's where the foul occurred.
Yep.
And so it's a spot foul. He never did really signal. He just pointed that it was against Leander. He did. So that, like illegal hands to the face or something. It was about a 10-yard penalty. So we're looking at 1st and 14 this time. Again, the quarterback, running back, and the beefy guys up front in the huddle, the remaining players of the offense, the receivers, all in formation. We got an empty set for Logan Mitchell. 3 on this side, 2 on the far. Mitchell takes a snap, goes straight ahead, and he meets a handful of Pflugerville Panthers. No gain on the play. In fact, there's going to be a loss of about 2.
Yeah, they tried to spread him out there and get him through that first line on the defense to get into the secondary. Didn't work out.
If you can get those big guys turn, it's gonna cost some lanes. But the linebackers saw those holes and filled them. So doing their job and doing it quickly made that difficult for number 3 Logan Mitchell.
Big third down play here for the Lions. Oh, second down. They haven't messed up on they haven't messed up over there on the side. That's all right.
Box is wrong. There's a flag down before the snap. That's usually offensive. It is a false start against Leander. So instead of 2nd and 15, it's going to be 2nd and 20. Line of scrimmage back to the 49. We'll make it midfield.
Yeah, I was looking at the box over there on the sideline, but it is second down. Yeah, they're moving backwards right now, and I need to get a positive play here. A big one, too.
Mitchell barking out his cadence, takes the snap, fakes the pitch to the Running back throws deep down the left sideline. Wooldridge
caught.
there, and it is a touchdown as the defender just falls down. Kyron McFrazier, it's almost like he got faked out, but Wooldridge just cut right in front of him and grabbed that pass like we're in the backyard.
Yeah, he did a great job with his body shielding number one, McFrazier, but McFrazier kind of fell down on that turf, but he did a good job of getting his ball between the defender and the ball and able to kind of shield him off and trots on in for another touchdown.
The Lions jump back up, 13-7. Brady with the hold for Ivan Rodriguez. There's the hold. The kick is up, and Rodriguez is 2 for 2 on extra points tonight. And on the season, Lions up 14-7 with 6:56 remaining here in the first period. It's early, and there's a lot of offense.
There is. It's been all offense. The only really negative plays have been Leander, with the penalties. That's been about it. Leander came out 3 plays, got a touchdown. Then they got I guess it was
That's about 7-play drive there.
But they were sitting at about the 45.
I would say they started right around the 35 after that initial, because of the 15-yard penalty and everything.
But that was a long pass play there down the field.
Oh, you're talking about for that play? Yeah, that was about a 40-yard pass.
So Lions are up 14-7.
That's where a statistician would be great. They could tell us exactly.
And getting ready to kick off once again, McFrazier and Evans back deep for the Panthers, standing about their 19-yard line. Rodriguez getting ready to kick, and it's been all offense tonight. Lions have got to come out and clamp down on defense. Let's keep this lead.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Rodriguez kicks, kind of a middling range kick here and not too deep. He could certainly kick it into the end zone.
Or kick it up into the wind like Baylor did against UT. And
you never know what's going to happen when that happens. Yeah. So he'll put a foot into it. It's going to peak around the 10-yard line, be fielded there up to the 20, 25, and that's number 2.
Number 7. Or I'm sorry, for the returner. Yeah, great
Jason
tackle.
Evans.
Anthony Ugo, number 7 on the tackle. Great job getting downfield and making that by himself.
Yeah, nice hustle and minimize that kick return.
So defense, let's go. Step up, make some plays.
So the Pflugerville offense back out on the field. Same backfield. We got number 7, Cole Taylor at quarterback. He'll have number 24, Ryder Miller, as his running back. There's a snap. He'll hand to Miller straight ahead. It looks like number 77 there to grab Miller's legs and minimize the gain. That's Gavin Rodriguez, the senior defensive tackle, getting him some action. He's going to limit Miller to a gain of just 1 yard.
Yeah, good start.
He saw a little opening there between the guard and the center and was able to slice in there and grab Miller by the legs and just drag him down.
Yep, a little bit of help from number 0, Langston Brady, on that tackle. Good start, 2nd and 9.
So Taylor with 2 backs to his right in the formation. He'll fake to Miller, drop back. He's forced to his right. Lets one up the seam, and it's intended for number 15, Quentin Goethe, but incomplete over his head.
Yeah, he had him. He was open in between the defenders there for Leander, kind of running that seam route. He
That's
just kind of
overthrew
overthrew him. Yep, he overthrew him.
That is a really tough throw. I think it was designed for him to roll to that side, but it did look like he had a little bit of pressure, and maybe that affected the throw. It's going to be 3rd and 9 here for Pflugerville, and the Lions have an opportunity defensively to try to get off the field with a lead here. After getting their first touchdown to open the game, they obviously allowed the Pflugerville Panthers down the field for their first score. We have a whistle and a timeout, looks like, by the Panthers.
Yep, so coaches on the defensive side can get together. Hey, are we going to bring someone? Are we going to bring 2? Are we going to lay back and see if that quarterback is going to try and roll out and take it with his own legs to get that first down? You got a lot of things you got to worry about, because those Pflugerville quarterbacks over the years, we know they can run.
Oh yeah,
and they set them up to run plays. So the Lions coaches know that. So you still have to contain, but you got to worry about them in the middle if they spread them out wide too.
Well, we've even seen Cole Taylor take off one time this evening early, and he picked up a first down. It was about a 12-yard gain to the right, and he had a guy hit him. He just bounced off of him. He's such a big guy.
Yep.
So it's not easy when the opponent's quarterback looks like he could play your offensive tackle, right? Now, granted, he's fast, and he may not be as athletic as some of the quarterbacks the Lions have seen from the Pflugerville Panthers over the last several years. But
yeah, you're not going to tackle him high. You got to hit him low and wrap up and get those knees stopped. But showing the wide view here and a little bit of relief for the Leander Lion fans, a shade has gone up into the stands, so lucky for them.
Well, it looks like the band's still in the sunlight, but hey, they've been in the sunlight for the last month and a half every day, so that's nothing for them.
So another big play here for Leander. Biggest play on defense so far right here. They can get the ball back. 6 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's big play here for the line front. That secondary, they need to keep the receivers in front of them. There's the snap back to Taylor. He drops straight back, has pressure, flips it out to the left. Incomplete, intended for number 4, Christian Baham. And he kind of gave the, I'm getting.
There may have been a little bit of rubbing out there, but not a lot.
There was no holding, which is what he was trying to indicate.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a little bit of bumping. That's going to happen, though.
Segovia, number 40, came up kind of blitzing up the middle, put a little bit of pressure on that quarterback. He threw it out a little bit earlier than what he wanted to. But, hey, 4th down, punter is out, and Wooldridge is back right around his 35-yard line. Now he's scooting back. He will be punting with the wind. He's
going to see if he can get a hat trick in the first quarter here. 2 receiving touchdowns, throw in a third with a punt return, and that's a pretty good night already. There's the punt. Wooldridge is able to field it on a bounce. He's at the 29, up over the 30, 35, forced out of bounds right around there.
Oh, and there's a flag down.
Late flag. That's number 23, Kenneth McGee on the stop. That was kind of a late flag, and I didn't really see a penalty, but maybe it was out of bounds.
Maybe I didn't see him signal for a fair catch and then start running, but
that could be the penalty.
For us to
I
see
didn't,
what
I didn't
happened.
see a signal for fair catch either, but again, referees are also trying to get ready, and if you've paid attention at all, you realize there is a shortage of officials in high school football. It's a tough job.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about just the physicality, which is very demanding, but the mental aspect of it. You know, you put up with a lot of stuff from coaches, players, parents, administrators. It is definitely a thankless job, but we couldn't do it without them.
So it looks like they picked up the flag. Are they going to walk it off here? Let's see
Looks like they are. It's going to go against the Lions, too.
10-yard walk-off.
So they're going to move the whole boxes, though. So the Lions will just start from the 21 instead of the 31.
But Lions have the ball back. They're up by 7. 5:49 left here in the
I'd
first.
like to see them extend this lead here. Mitchell in the backfield with Braden Lott, number 35. Mitchell's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to the left. He'll bring 1 in motion. That's going to fake to Lott, pass out in the flat. That's number 14, Aiden Parker, with the reception. He's able to get up ahead to about, looks like they're going to mark him around the 28-yard line. Decent enough gain on first down. It's going to be second and about 3.
Yeah, pretty good move there by Parker. One-on-one with that defender, made a move inside, went to the outside, picked up about 7, so good job.
Parker's got good speed as well for the Lions. Mitchell, shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, looks to his right.
Oh,
Pass
nice
is
catch.
Complete, and that was a beautiful catch. E.J. Hargrave, who dropped one earlier, saw that one land in his hip pocket, and he was able to get his arm underneath it. Really one-handed catch.
Yeah, nice body control. Low and behind him.
First down Lions.
Good pass by quarterback there for Leander. Mitchell.
Mitchell will hand it on the end around. There's going to be a strip of the running back. That was number 24, Hargrave, who just made that great catch and, had the ball stripped out of his hand about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and it bounced backwards for about another 10-yard loss. He's able to get on top of it, but it's going to be second and really long. The Lions got to get into Pflugerville territory at the 48, and the line of scrimmage is going to be the 29-yard line of Leander.
Yeah, number 9 came on a blitz. That was Brandon Bradshaw came off and able to get off that block and strip the ball. Pretty good defensive play.
So second down and 23 yards. Mitchell able to pull a Panther offside. Free play down the right sideline intended for number 9, Joseph Morrow. All kinds of contact, no penalty flag there. There was one at the line of scrimmage. Obviously, the Panthers were drawn offsides by Logan Mitchell. So we'll get another chance at second down. It should be second and 18, and there's the offside signal from the referee. And so they'll move the ball up 5 yards. It'll be second and 18 now. Ball now at the 34-yard line of the Pflugerville Panthers. 4:38 remaining here in the first period. Mark and I, as we do in baseball, and probably basketball this year too, since you may not be doing PA. I guess we'll figure that out when we get to that point. He is? Okay, well, at least the road games. We switch off. We'll do play-by-play in color. We try to make this broadcast fun for everybody. Handoff straight at fake handoff. Then Mitchell goes straight ahead and gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 43-yard line. It'll make it third and 10 yards for the Lions to convert.
Yeah, nice pull by Mitchell and able to get upfield, pick up some yardage. Now it's manageable at 3rd and 10.
You got to make that read, and you got to make it quick because when you see that key, sometimes it doesn't stay there very long, and that middle can collapse right on you. Mitchell takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to his left, tucks it, runs up. Stiff arm around the 40, but he's not going to get out of that tackle. He'll go down right there. I didn't see who made the tackle, but it's going to be about 4th and 9.
Yeah, that was number 9, Brandon Bradshaw. Again, another good play.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good night, the junior, for the Pflugerville Panthers. Back deep to receive the punt. It's going to be number 4, Christian Baham. And the punter for Leander, of course, Ivan Rodriguez.
Yeah, let's see what he tries to do here with the wind. He may try and kick it low and let it roll down the field. Let's see what options he has here.
High snap. He's able to tap it down, though. Good ups from Rodriguez. Gets a nice kick out of it. It's going to bounce and roll into the 15. It's going to be down there by number 26 at the 15-yard line. That is not on our roster.
Calvin Kessler.
Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong roster. That's why. Calvin Kessler there defensively to down the football for Leander.
Yeah, pretty good spiral into the wind. Able to get it down the field.
He's got a lot of soccer experience, although a different football. You can transition pretty well. We've seen that over the years in football, where teams will go recruit soccer players just for that purpose.
All right, so after 3 straight scores, then 2 defensive stands. So now Pflugerville has the ball back again on offense.
So Taylor will hand to Miller straight ahead. He's going to break the first tackle, and he'll get wrapped up after a gain of almost 10 yards near the 25-yard line. Looks like that's Joseph Morrow on the stop.
Yeah, they're going to move the chains just enough for a first down.
Check that. That was Langston Brady on the tackle. 1st and 10, Panthers. That's about as good as I can do it, Melissa. Cole Taylor, the quarterback. That's a snarl. Miller, the running back. There's the snap. Taylor looking to his left and completes it to number 85. He's able to break that first tackle of Brady and get a decent gain. That's Javion Martin with a first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, tough to bring down. Big receiver out there, big and strong, but they were able to push him out of bounds, but they picked up another first down.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Taylor and number 85 there, Martin, probably play forward for the basketball team. What would your guess
Yeah, I would
be?
think so.
So we got a little bit of a shotgun pistol hybrid. There's a handoff to Miller going right, and he's going to get wrapped up. He keeps digging his legs, though. Number 40 for the Lions hangs on, though, Michael Segovia, but not until after Miller gains about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the Panther 41. They're down 7 points to the Lions. It's 2:12 and counting here in the first. Cole Taylor, head coach Charles Taylor's son, the quarterback. Number 24, Ryder Miller, the running back. Receivers even on both sides of the formation. Pressure to Taylor. He's able to hit Miller over the middle. He's over midfield. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. He'll go in for the score. I don't see any flags, Mark. It's now 14-13.
Yeah, Lions brought try to bring some pressure up. They hit a nice screen on the left side and got some good blocking downfield to spring them all the way down the field. So able to go in for a touchdown.
That's a tough break there for the Leander defense. Again, this is not a surprising outcome. I expect this to be a game that goes down to the wire. Kicking the extra point will be number 82 for the Panthers, Cancino. Snap, hold, kick is up. Oh, looks like they said it is good. I guess it got inside that left upright. It looked pretty close from our angle. Kind of an odd angle for us. 1:46 remaining. We're knotted at 14. Let's mention the gold sponsors real quick. They are Mercy Veterinary Hospital. You can visit them online at mercy-vet.com or call them 512-890-2000. They are located at 18109 Ronald Reagan Boulevard in Leander. It's privately owned, a 15,000 square foot state-of-the-art animal veterinary practice and luxury pet resort. Sounds like a place I'd want to go.
Yeah,
Mark.
definitely.
They're also on the gold sponsor list, Rush Automotive, online at myrushauto.com/Leander. You can call them at 512-548-6134. They're located at 2276 U.S. South Highway 183 in Leander. They also have locations in Round Rock and Bastrop, whose high school pays a visit to the Lions next weekend. And it looks like we're ready for kickoff here. Cancino to kick off for the Panthers. Back deep for the Lions is Zane Wooldridge, and he'll be accompanied by number 10, Isaac Montgomery.
Yeah, that quick score
a freshman on the varsity here for the Lions.
Yeah, the quick score allows Pflugerville to kick with the wind again.
You don't see a freshman on the line varsity very often.
No, you don't.
He must have track speed. That one deep over his head. It's going to bounce out of the back of the end zone. So it'll be Leander football at the 25, I believe. That's the rule now, 25, correct? Yes.
I believe so.
They didn't change it again, did they? 1:46 remaining here. See if the Lions can get another score before the second quarter. Right now, I mean, we're pretty much at a standoff. Both offenses have had big plays. Both offenses have moved the ball. Defenses have some areas to work on. Mitchell fakes and then pulls. He's to the left. He's in the wide open 40. He's at midfield. He's at the 40. No one's going to catch him. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Logan Mitchell. And just like that, the Lions are back up on top. 20-14. Shut my mouth, Mark. You know, here I am talking about how it's even and blah, blah. Look at the offenses moving the ball around. Forget it.
Yeah, no, that was a great play right there. And you saw the speed by Mitchell. He got outside and no one was going to catch him.
Yeah, it was a little bit shocking speed because, and I'm not saying that Mitchell's slow. I mean, obviously he's pretty fast.
But no one was deep.
Right. There was nobody there there was no safeties. They were too close to the line of scrimmage. Rodriguez to kick the extra point. Brady to hold. There's the snap, kind of odd. Brady able to get it down. Kick is good, and Rodriguez 3 for 3 tonight on PATs, and the Lions back up by 7 with 14 seconds off the clock since we just last said it was 14 all.
Just like that, Lions jump up again 21-14.
And you got to like what your offensive line must be doing. You have to assume on some level there's a little bit of a breakdown there defensively by the Pflugerville Panthers. But if the offensive line's playing well enough, you want to bring those safeties as close as you can.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to do is get them so close that they get caught up in all of the commotion and a quarterback squirts out 10 yards ahead of everybody.
Yeah, it's hard for really any quarterback to break through and score unless the safeties are out of position or get a bad angle or something like that. But that was wide open. That was wide open.
Beautiful. Seen a lot of big plays here tonight for the Lions. Up by 7, 21-14. Rodriguez will come out and kick off once again. This will be his fourth kickoff. This is fourth kickoff, right? Third kickoff. We received the ball. This is his third kickoff.
Yeah, and the best thing about that play,
he's going to have to ice his leg is what's going to.
Yeah, the best thing about that long play by Mitchell, no flags.
Yes, that's the first thing I looked for, too. So lining up, Rodriguez going to try to kick it as deep as he can. It is a nice deep kick. It's going to get into the end zone. Bounce back into play, but a touchback nonetheless as number 2, Jason Evans, the returner, the only one close enough to potentially field that, said no.
Yep. Now, that was a great kick into the wind, all the way into the end zone, and that just shows his leg strength.
Yeah, that's how you can see that he's a weapon, and he's very accurate.
Yep.
So,
all right, so let's see if the defense can get another hold here.
About 92 seconds to be exact, left in the first quarter. Cole Taylor remains the quarterback. He'll have number 24, Ryder Miller, at running back. 3 receivers here on the near side of the formation. There's the snap. Handoff, fake to Miller. Taylor runs straight ahead, and he's slung down around the 30-yard line. Looks like number 92 there on the stop, Tyler Witt.
Yeah, nice job bringing him down by himself.
Gain of 5 for the big quarterback. It's 2nd down and 5 for Pflugerville. Same backfield. It doesn't look like they run too many other running backs out there so far tonight. I think we've only seen one other. Taylor takes the snap. Well, decides not to.
Almost jumped off sides by Leander.
That's why you do that. Every once in a while you might get them to make contact and get a free 5 yards. And that would be a first down in this situation. Taylor takes the snap, stands right there, fires it in the flat to number 1 for a completion and a first down. That's Kyron McFrazier.
Jacob Harris on the tackle. Good job wrapping up and holding that leg.
Yeah. Even he's a little skinnier, Frazier is, than Martin, the other big receiver, but he is definitely a tall, lanky receiver, one you don't want to let get out loose in the open. Formation for Taylor looks like it's going to have 3 receivers to the right of the formation. On the near side, he's got Kyron McFrazier. It'll be Ryder Miller in the backfield for Cole Taylor. He'll bring one in motion. He'll stop it, turn and flip it to him in the flat. That's Baham. He's able to bounce his way close to a first down. Gain of about 9 yards near midfield at the 49. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Pflugerville. And that's the end of the first quarter.
Wow.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here momentarily where Mark will take over play-by-play, and I'll take over production, and we'll get this rolling. Looks like we already got some people texting in wanting to help out for next week.
Nice.
So
well, good job.
We'll get in touch with you guys, and anybody who wants to help out, we will find a role for you.
We'll be right back. So welcome back. We're back here at 2nd and 1 for the Panthers. They flip sides. Sun is starting to set. Taylor with the handoff up the middle to number 24. That is Ryder Miller, able to pick up enough for a first down, moves the ball down to about the 46-yard line of Leander. So if you're listening to the broadcast and not watching, Leander is now going Pflugerville is going left to right into the wind, and Leander is going right to left.
It could be a little confusing because their blue is fairly close to the line blue. It's a little lighter.
So now we're looking at a 1st and 10 here. Taylor in the gun. Looking to throw. On the left side, it is up, and a nice catch by number 2. Jason Evans getting way up in the air, picking up a first down. Ball goes down to the 29-yard line. Nice catch.
Yeah, and that's where you see the athleticism of some of the players here.
Yeah, it looks like we got a player down for Leander. Is that a flag or is that a towel? Oh, it is going to be a chop block against Pflugerville. Yep, that's probably exactly what it was.
And I'm not getting a number on the player, but he's a youngster, I believe. Okay, so that number I had wrong. So that is a senior, Charles Allender, on the ground after an illegal block by the Pflugerville Panthers.
Yeah, you hate to see that, especially early in the season. Hopefully everything will be fine. But, yeah, those chop blocks will, they cause a lot of damage, and that's why they throw that penalty.
Well, and as much love as turf fields got about, minimizing injuries, we're finding out that's really not the case.
Yeah.
It just minimizes your upkeep. That's for the field. It doesn't really help that much with injuries. And the good thing is Allender walking off under his own power there.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't down on the field long, and that's a good sign.
So that should back up the line of scrimmage to inside the Pflugerville 40. Looks like it's going to be the 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 25.
Yeah, 25 or so, yep. So 11:21 left here in the second quarter. Lions are up 21-14. Chuck Crazy and Mark Sickles here bringing you the broadcast. Help from my wife, Melissa, on camera, filling in tonight, doing a great job.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. It's been a great game so far. Taylor back in the gun once again. Gets the snap, rolling out. It's going to be a reverse to number 4. Tries to get to the outside. Great job by number 26 for Leander. Coming up, Calvin Kessler making a big hit.
Yeah, they tried to get
and now a flag is down.
They tried to get Baham on a reverse there, and the Lions were not buying that one.
Looks like it may be a face mask. Oh, no.
It didn't occur on the tackle I was watching. It could have happened away from the contact.
Oh, it looks like they were hitting up into the let me see here. Coach Price is out there. He's arguing.
Yeah, he's pretty livid. He's
upset.
Happy.
I mean, after that great defensive play, it is going to be a face mask against Leander.
That's an automatic first down. That's the biggest part of that hurts the most. Obviously, 15 yards gets them back to the line of scrimmage where we were moments ago, but it's a first down again.
So Coach Price is out. They're almost to the hash marks, past the numbers. He is livid.
Yeah, and you don't see Coach Price with that type of reaction very often. So he saw something that was pretty obvious, and that'll end up on the report that goes to the UIL related to the officials.
I mean, that would have been a huge play for Leander. That would have been 3rd and long, but now Pflugerville has a 1st and 10. Taylor gets the snap. Looking downfield, keeps looking, pressure from Leander, rolling out to the right side, looking, he throws. Oh, great defensive play by number 2, Malachi Filan, knocking that ball down.
Yeah, that was intended for Baham, who's made a few plays for Pflugerville this evening, and he's certainly one of their primary weapons. They were looking for him there in the flat. Great play there by Malachi.
Yeah,
Filan.
great defensive coverage. Quarterback had a lot of time, and he started rolling out to the right, and great defensive play. So 2nd and 10. 10:44 left here in the first half. Lions are up 21-14. Taylor getting the call from the sideline. Trips on the near side, single receiver on the far side. Man coming in motion, goes back out. It is a handoff off the left side, breaks a couple tackles, picks up about 6 on that carry, probably about 3rd and 4.
Langston Brady came in from that linebacker spot and stopped his progress there after a gain of about 6 yards.
So 3rd down, ball's at Leander's 40-yard line. See if they can get if Pflugerville can get a negative play here. That's what, if Lions can push him back a little bit further, they may not go for it on 4th, or I doubt they'll kick it into the wind, but we'll see.
Baham in the backfield now instead of Ryder Miller. So watch for a handoff to him here.
Snap is back, rolling back, swing pass out to the right side. One-handed catch, slips a tackle, but then number 26 comes up and lays the wood. Calvin Kessler again,
He's
another big
having a
hit.
monster game so far.
So they actually lost a couple yards on that.
Yes, sir. It's now 4th and 6.
So decision time for Pflugerville. They'll probably go for it here. Why not?
Yeah, in this area of the field, you don't have any reason not to.
The wind, they're going into the wind, but yeah, if they punt it, yeah, you may, if it goes into the end zone, you may pick up 20, 25
right.
yards.
And
That's it.
You may watch Zane Wooldridge run the other way.
Yep.
And so as a result, you're going to kick it out of the end zone, right?
Yep.
Doesn't really give you much.
So now they flip the formation. Trips on the far side, the wide side. Number 85, the big receiver, is kind of set up in a little slot formation there. And now Pflugerville's going to call a timeout. Good job, Lions.
And that's probably a smart call there, because you may want to try to put the Lions with their back up against their goal line. I would go for it here.
Yeah,
it's only 6 yards. You got to have some kind of play that you think you can run well, pretty consistently. That'll get you 6 yards. So. So we need to get Melissa a headset, I think. She's over here throwing the color commentary.
No, this is a huge play for Leander right here. They don't need to jump off sides. You don't want to give them a 4th and 2. They need to watch the ball. But you're going to probably have some misdirection here. You may have a couple rub routes. You may have a little screen. I mean, there's a lot of options you can do on 4th and 6.
And they have those real big receivers on both sides, or you can put them together on one side of the formation. It looks like they're going to spread them on either side of the formation.
Yep, got 3 on the far side, a single receiver down here on the near numbers. See if Lions can get a little pressure here. Taylor back, looking to throw. Pressure on the near side, pushing him out. He's rolling out to his left. He throws it up in the air, and it is out of bounds.
Yeah,
Great job.
uncatchable.
Great job by Leander Lions defense right there, and I believe part of that pressure was by number 40. Once again, that is Michael Segovia putting the pressure, and had about 2 or 3 Lions chasing Taylor over there, and of course he's right-handed. They were pressuring him to the left side, so he'd have to turn his body all the way to throw, and great job.
So that gives the Lions the football back and another opportunity to extend this lead.
And this is the first time this game that they've had the wind at their back. They've scored 2 passes into the wind, and then the long run by Mitchell.
Right, into the wind.
Yep.
I mean, it's probably not that hard for Mitchell to run into the wind, but it is for me. So any resistance is bad.
Mitchell gets a snap, looking to throw. Throwing it down the field, wide open, overthrows him. Yeah, into the wind, or with the wind, overthrows Aiden Parker. He had him by a couple steps, just led him too far.
Got to adjust to that wind behind you instead of in your face. The other thing was the defensive end on the Lion sideline side was coming around the edge, and it looked like the Lion tackle had a little bit of a hold, and he had to let go. Otherwise, that would have been a penalty flag. So.
Yeah, that's where you want to throw that level 2 pass, just kind of let it loft up and run under it. But, yeah, it was a good pass, just a little long. So here we go, 2nd and 10. Wooldridge in motion. They're going to hand off to Wooldridge. He bounces outside, slips a tackle, stays in bounds, picks up about 7 or 8.
No call, and it looks like Coach Price is over there demanding his face mask.
He tried to stay in bounds on that sideline. I guess he'll give him about 6. Looks like he may have stepped out trying to get another yard or two. The ball will be at the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, it looked like that defender got a little piece of Wooldridge's mask, and you saw Coach Price jump up and down to say, hey, call it both ways.
So handoff to Braden Lott. Hits, goes forward, gets a good push from the line. Is going to be close, and I think he's got it.
Yeah, that's going to depend on the spot, but it is very close.
And they are going to move the chain.
That
so
is a
good,
first down.
Nice,
Yes, sir.
tough run there by number 35, Braden Lott. He got hit maybe about a yard past the line of scrimmage, and then just kept his feet moving, and the offensive line helped him get that first down.
The young sophomore showing some power.
So long pass on the right side. Once again, a little too long.
Again, intended for Aiden Parker. He had a defender with him step for step there, but the pass was inside. It was just a little bit too long, Mark.
Yep. He's got the size advantage out there on the corner. If he can just throw that up in the air a little bit softer.
He had it in the right area.
Yep.
It was just too far down the field for Parker to get under it.
Definitely had the size advantage over the corner, but he was right in his hip pocket. So now trips on the near side. Looking at a 2nd and 10. Ball on the Panther 48-yard line. 8:26 left here in the first half.
So Braden, a lot in the backfield for the Lions.
Mitchell gets it. Quick pass out to the left side. Wooldridge dances. Gets enough for a first down, and a little bit more. Goes down to about the 28-yard line. Shows his power in his legs right there, Chuck.
He is just so versatile, and he's not overly big by any stretch, but he plays bigger than he is.
So they move it down to the 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
But he's got speed, he's got athleticism, he's got a little bit of vision, and he really has a football IQ.
Yep.
We've seen it tonight.
And he definitely has the speed. We saw that on the breakaway, but he's also quick.
Right.
And he's sudden, and he's got those moves that it's hard to bring him down one-on-one, almost impossible.
Yeah, Pflugerville's finding that out, and they probably remember him from last year, but they're like, wow, he grew up a little bit.
So Mitchell, pump fake down the near sideline, a little bit behind the receiver, Morrow, incomplete.
Yeah, that would have been a great catch by Joseph Morrow. He got his body around and got his hands on it, but he just could not quite grip the football, as it was a little bit of mustard on that pass. It came in there pretty quick.
Pretty good coverage. Had him downfield, so he threw it to his back shoulder, but a little bit behind him and hot. Those are tough to catch.
Yes.
So now here we go. Trips on the far side. Morrow, the single receiver on the near side. It's going to be a keeper on the left side. Mitchell.
Just bounced out of bounds there by number 9.
He's going to get
Bradshaw.
close. Looks like he's got about 2 or 3. Let's see where they mark him. It's going to be a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and the Lions are already in Ivan Rodriguez range just about with the wind behind his back. I mean, he's right. Just if we get another no more yardage, you're looking at a 37, 42-yarder, which is easily within Rodriguez's range.
Yep, Lott in the backfield with Mitchell.
Might have an offsides there. Oh, timeout called by the Lions.
Okay, so they want to make sure they get the right play here, and this is a big one here. I mean, they could go for it on 4th. They could kick a field goal, but if you can pick up a first down here, Chuck, you want it. You got to get this play.
Right, and you really want another touchdown going into halftime, and there's plenty of time, but if you can keep Pflugerville from scoring any more and you get at least one more score going into the half, you got to feel pretty good about your first half performance. And really have just minimal adjustments to make at all. And really, most of them are defensive.
Yep.
Which sometimes you can adjust all day long. It's still hard to tackle a 6'4", 200-pound quarterback.
Yep. Who's got a few moves.
Yeah. It's pretty athletic.
So the ball's on the near side, near hash. The wide side is to the Lions right on the offense. So we'll see what they do here. Could be a little play action. They could try and roll out, hit a quick pass, and Mitchell may have options here. Little RPO, we'll see what happens. I think in the past we could kind of call most of the plays that we've been seeing. But they've been changing it up a lot here tonight, and I like their offense.
And I think that some of that has to do with guys coming through the program running the same offense for a few years instead of guys, just showing up on varsity and having to learn the offense.
So Mitchell gets a snap, going to hand off to Wooldridge. He bounces outside.
There to make the stop, number 30.
And the ball is on the ground, and it goes out of bounds. So I think the Lions will keep it. No one grabbed it, so the ball will move forward about a yard or so. So Coach Price has got to come up with the play here. It's going to be 4th and 1, it looks
I'd
like.
almost bring out Rodriguez, but that was D'Angelo Porter that made that tackle. It really saved a first down. Looks like they're saying he lost a yard.
It's going to be
about the same. So
yeah, right about the same. Right late in the play, the ball did bounce out, stripped it from Wooldridge, and luckily the ball went out of bounds. So Lions will keep it. Looks like they're going to go for it here. They're going to say it's 4th and 2.
Yeah, I think I'd be tempted to run Rodriguez out there, but only up 7. Going for it here on 4th is not a bad idea.
So here we go. Big play for the Lions. Snap is back. It's going to be a keeper himself, and he's going to be able to get the first down. Logan Mitchell.
Nice read and good athletic effort as he got to the outside of the block. Yeah,
good job by setting that up, reading that play, whether it was a design pull or whether it was his option to pull. We'll talk to Coach Price, on more of these podcasts to see what, how much they leave it up to Mitchell to make those calls.
I'm sure there's a read there, but sometimes they may be like, no matter what, you keep it.
Yep. So here we go. First down, 1st and 10, ball on the 18-yard line. 6:50 left in the first half. Wooldridge in motion. Looks like he's going to be lots of pressure. Throws it out to the right side, and it's incomplete. Could have maybe had a flag there, but it was behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was a risky pass. He kind of flipped it, and it hung in the air. Intended for Braden Lott. Also over there on that side was Zane Wooldridge. So Pflugerville's focus was on that side of the field as well.
Yeah, lots of pressure on Mitchell right there, and he got banged up a little bit. Seems to be fine. So it is 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped at 6:41. Lions are up 21-14. Thanks for tuning in. Leander Lions football on SHN Sports.
Expect the Lions to use the timeout here as they wind the play clock down. I don't know why they're winding it down because the game clock isn't moving. So, I mean, other than you just want your guys to get as much rest as possible, that's the only reason you run that play clock out there. And it is a timeout, Leander.
Yeah, they're getting some water here on the field.
Silver sponsors.
And they're, catching their breath right now. They've been out there. It's a pretty long drive so far. So, yeah, silver level sponsors. We want to thank Leander Athletic Club at leanderathleticclub.com. 512-876-1855. They're at 190 North Baghdad Road, Suite D in Leander, Texas. Go there for your fitness, wellness, and recovery. They have adult and youth classes during the week and on the weekends. They provide everything you need to properly recover after your workouts. They have a main gym, a yoga studio, and a cycle studio. And also Lott Governmental Affairs, LLC, Earl Lott, over there with Lott Governmental Affairs. You can find him on LinkedIn and Facebook. And he streamlines permits, steers clients away from possible fines, legal actions, or other entanglements with his extensive knowledge of local, state, and federal environmental regulations. So here we go, 2nd and 10. Trips on the near side. Lott in the backfield with Mitchell. There's going to be a play action over the middle. It is caught, but number 24 breaks a tackle, goes in for a touchdown.
Yes, his first of the year. That's E.J. Hargrave, the sophomore, getting some offensive play and really did a great job coming across the middle. It's not easy, whether you're a sophomore, a junior, a senior, to come across that middle like that.
Yeah, able to make a great missed tackle and get into the end zone, but a nice play action there by quarterback Logan Mitchell to set up that play.
Yeah, I looked at it incorrectly because of the angle of the roster tape to think he's a junior. So, but still, not easy to go across the middle.
Rodriguez with the kick. It's up. And it is good. So Lions take a 28-14 lead here in the second quarter. That was a big drive, Chuck.
It was. And there were a couple of moments there where it looked like the drive might break down and not, to say that it's necessarily bad of past Lion teams, but, there are times when that situation presents itself to the Lions in the past, and they weren't successful.
Yeah.
And we saw some success. One of the things I've seen that I'm the most impressed with is self-confidence in this team, both units.
And that was a great timeout by Coach Price. Get them fresh, get them ready, pull them over to the sideline. Let's set up the play we want. The coaches up here in the booth saw something out there before they called the timeout, what defense they were running. So great job, coaches, and great job, Lions.
Yeah, this staff is starting to gel as a coaching staff. We've seen less turnover this year than we have in prior years, and it's tough. Coaching staffs are constantly turning over because you're always looking for that next promotion. It's not always with the team you're on.
So Rodriguez getting ready to kick on the near hash at the 40, and once again back for Pflugerville is number 1 McFrazier and number 2 Evans. And a long kick. It is going to go deep into the end zone, almost out the back end of the end zone. Good kick once again by Rodriguez.
Yeah, with the wind at his back, he's gonna nail that into the end zone almost every single time, unless he just has a little bit of a misstep with his plant foot. Otherwise, his leg's too strong.
So Lions had a lot of time on the defensive sideline to get together and talk with their coaches, see if they can get a big stop here. This would be huge if they can get a stop here and another score.
Right. If they go in with another score, then you've got Pflugerville reeling and lacking a lot of confidence.
So in the backfield with Taylor is can't get the number here. I think that's 24.
That's Miller.
Yep. Handoff to Miller. And good job by the Lions
Nice
defense coming up.
Number 5 there coming up on the stop, Joe Weesey from the defensive line spot.
So back to the line of scrimmage.
Didn't we
second
interview
10.
him?
We did. He was on our podcast when we were at the hobby shop.
He was had a lot of energy.
He did.
Quite a personality for a defensive lineman.
So 2nd and 10. Clock is now getting close to 6 minutes and rolling. Taylor getting the call from the sideline. Twins on the far side, single receiver on the near side. Lions bring a little bit of pressure. Taylor with the throw on the far sideline. Oh, over the middle. It's incomplete.
Three defenders were there. And I watched Weesey again on that play, and he got his arm pulled. No call. It could have easily been a holding penalty. Otherwise, he would have been in Taylor's face on that play.
So here we are, 3rd and 11, Chuck. Big play. No penalties. Know your assignment.
Yeah, the defense is really shoring it up in the last couple of Pflugerville offensive drives. I like what I'm seeing on both sides of the football, especially here in the second quarter, late first quarter.
And they may be running the clock down to get a timeout here. It's down to 7. Taylor's out there along with Miller in the backfield. Yeah. Play clock down to 3.
Surely they're not. They did. They ran that all the way down.
Snapped it. Lots of pressure. Oh, I guess they blew
That's a penalty. Coach Charles Taylor didn't even realize. I looked down to see it because usually they'll have a referee right beside them when they're going to do that because they tell them before the play, I'm going to call timeout when there's 2 seconds left on the play clock. And we saw that earlier with Coach Price. But Coach Taylor, I looked down there to see if that's what they were doing, and it was him and 2 other coaches. I'm like, well, they don't even realize it. And obviously not. 5 yards back. It's now 3rd and 16.
Yeah, Lions had a free shot until they blew the whistle out there, stopped them from taking the quarterback down. So Taylor's in there, trips on the near side, single receiver on the far side. Taylor gets the snap, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, it's throwing, and it is
almost intercepted.
Incomplete. Good job by number 2 for Leander. Malachi Filan again.
Yeah, he almost got an INT there. He got his hands on it. It's going to be 4th and 16 now.
Yeah, a little bit away from his body, but good reaction and good defensive coverage downfield by the Lions secondary. So back to punt is Pflugerville, and trying to get his number.
I think it's the same guy as the kickers, number 82, Cancino.
Okay, yeah, it's hard to see up here, but that's probably the same guy. Oh, over his head, into the end zone. Let's get some pressure back there, guys. So he gets a kickoff, and it is going to land right about the 33-yard line.
Position.
Wow. I think the Lions were just getting ready for the return. Ball went over his head. They weren't, putting a lot of pressure on him.
They didn't even realize it, and that may have been the call. No pressure.
Well, they got the wind at their
Right.
back. And you're pretty far back in their territory, so let's just let them kick it, and we'll set up our return. And but yeah, he was able to at least get it out of the end zone. So
yeah,
Lions,
they may regret not calling any pressure, but that looked like that was the call.
So Lions have great field position, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line of Pflugerville.
Plenty of time, 5:26 remaining in the half, so no worry about the clock.
Snap is back. It is going to be a throw out to the right side. Tries to make a move, bounces in, and stays in bounds. He gets pushed out after about 6 yards. That was number 24.
Hargrave again.
Hargrave.
Having a pretty good outing here offensively, especially late first quarter into the second, just like the rest of the offense.
So it'll be 2nd and 4. Ball's at the 26. Clock is now rolling into 5 minutes.
Yeah, no hurry. You just watch that play clock and make sure you don't have to snap it, with more than about 8-10 seconds left.
Spread formation for Leander. Man in motion coming across, and it's going to be a pitch. And he gets brought down
Good
behind
tackle.
the line of scrimmage once again. Number 9, Bradshaw, come up strong. That was a little jet sweep by Parker.
Yeah.
And
Wasn't much
lost a
there.
lot of yardage on that one. Ball's now at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, instead of 2nd and 4 after that play, it's 3rd and 12 now. I like the idea, but enough people run that play now that beyond setting up other plays, it can harm you.
And that's like the 2nd or 3rd time Bradshaw's come up and blown that up. Run it to the other side,
Right.
Not at him.
Or cut inside and cut inside of him. Make the hole on the inside.
So Mitchell, we're gonna stop here.
False
Looks
start.
like false start. So Lions are going backwards.
3rd and 17 now.
So now the clock is down to 4:03. Going to be 3rd and 17. So
They got to get all the way down to the 22.
yep. So here you go. You have 4 minutes left. You don't want to give the ball back to him,
No,
but it's
eat
a tough
clock.
play here. It trips on the far side. Mitchell getting the snap, looking to throw, and it is a little bit low.
Looked like he may have one-hopped it. That's Wooldridge with
Yep.
the ball.
They're saying incomplete, so it's going to be 4th down now. Wow, blown opportunity for Leander. They had it, a couple penalties, and a negative play, and now they're going to punt the ball back.
It didn't look like that the closest referee to the action there made any signal at all. It was the Pflugerville defenders that were saying it was incomplete. It looked like a one-hop to me, so I get it, but you got to make a signal. I don't care if you're tired and it's hot. Your job as a referee is to make a signal.
Number 4, Christian Baham back at about his 6-yard line. Rodriguez into punt. He's standing right about his 49. Taking a little bit of time, rolling out to his right. Gets a kickoff.
I like that. He ate up about 6
Bounces,
seconds.
and were they able to keep it in bounds?
It looks like it. Yes. It's
Wow.
down on the goal line.
On the 1-yard line. Who made that stop down
Number
there?
4, it looks like. Nicholas Parsons.
Was that wait, number 7 is down there too. Is that number 7? Yep, number 7 for Leander, Anthony Ugo.
And 4, they were both down there.
Wow, great job. Pin him deep.
Well, they're saying that it went in the end zone.
Oh,
I
wait. Now
guess.
they're saying it went. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, they're marking it at the 20. Should be the 25, though, I would think.
Wow, Leander almost had him back there on the goal line. All right, well, here we go. 3:43 left. Defense has got to get a stand here.
Yeah, you don't want to give Pflugerville any momentum going into half.
Taylor gets a snap. It's a handoff up the middle.
Good
And
defense.
great stick there by Leander, and that is number 18, Charles Allender. Great job. Way to get off that block and make the tackle.
And to bounce back from what appeared like a pretty significant injury to his leg on that cut block earlier.
Yep, clock is now rolling at 3:20. Pflugerville not in any hurry whatsoever.
They're just hoping for a big play here. They haven't, beyond maybe one drive, they haven't really been able to put more than about 4 plays together successfully. The Lions' defense, really since mid-first quarter, have shut them down.
Play clock down to 2. Gets the snap off, and it's a handoff, and the ball's on the ground.
Leander ball.
They got it. Leander's got it. Let's see who ended up with it. That is number 40, Michael Segovia, coming up with the fumble. So Leander's got an opportunity here, Chuck. They got to cash in.
Let's do it and not go backwards this time. 2:50 remains, still plenty of time on the clock. You have a short field. I mean, you're already in Rodriguez field goal range. There's no excuse to not move the ball 4, 5, 8, 12, 15 yards forward and at least get a field goal.
Yep. So here we go. Logan Mitchell getting ready for the snap. Man in motion coming across, looking to throw. Got some time. Throw down the far sideline, way up in the air. Jump ball incomplete.
Really, he had to become a defender out there. Aiden Parker did.
Good job, and that was good coverage over there by number 1, Kyron McFrazier over there at corner.
Yeah, we've seen him get burned earlier this evening in the first quarter against Zane Wooldridge on that second touchdown pass, but he was right there, and he had an opportunity for an interception. And really, while I don't think it was interference because I'm a Lion fan, Aiden Parker went over the top of that defender to knock that ball down.
So 2nd and 10. It's going to be a handoff, and he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down by about 4 Panthers.
Yeah, that's Braden Lott again. He didn't have much of an opportunity to get his legs going, and he had 2 or 3 defenders right in his face and really couldn't get much out of that.
So clock is now down at 2:25.
And we're already on 3rd down. I didn't even realize it over here on the score.
Panthers have 1 timeout left. So they're going to let the clock run down.
Yeah, you want to use as much of that play clock as you can. You're going to be up under 2 minutes when you call timeout, about 1:55. Oh, they're going to snap it.
Here he goes, getting ready to throw. It is incomplete. Tried to go to Morrow, but good coverage by number 10 for the Panthers. Able to knock that out.
There.
McAfee.
Pass was there, but you're right. The defender able to stick his hand in there, arrived right at the same time as the pass.
So 4th down.
Rodriguez. Is it a field goal?
It looks like it. Okay. Yep, they're bringing him out. It'll be about a 45-yard field goal. See where he sets the ball.
It's within his range. It looks like it's going to set it right at the 34, so makes it a 44-yarder.
Got the wind at his back. Oh, hold is bobbled, and he's got to pick it up. Yep, bobbled snap. It was a little bit low, unable to put it down, so that'll end that drive. Still 1:53 left in the first half, Chuck. There's plenty of time left for Pflugerville.
That did not look like a very good football play.
Wow.
And there was even confusion, almost as if Rodriguez thought there might have been a penalty or something, because he just stopped after, who was that? Brady, the holder, was unable to get his hands on the ball and get it down. That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
That snap looked like it was a little low. I'm not sure who the snapper is, but it wasn't helpful.
So Taylor back in just when Lions got the ball on a turnover. Pflugerville has the ball back with 1:53, 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff and good surge by the Lions. He was able to get a couple yards, but number 26 able to finish him off there. Calvin Kessler, another big hit, but they picked up about 3.
Playing good tonight, Kessler is.
And Pflugerville once again in not a hurry to get up to the line. Clock is now rolling at 1:30. I'm a little surprised at that. They have a chance here to move down the field, but maybe they're looking for that one play to get a big chunky yardage.
Yeah, they're not that worried about the game clock. You're right.
Clock is now down to 1:10. Snap is back. Another handoff off the left side.
Miller again.
Segovia gets away from him, and he's able to pick up a 1st down.
31 on the stop for the Lions is Birdwell.
So clock will stop at 1 minute till they move the chains. Ball's right at Pflugerville's 49-yard line.
You know, I'm a little surprised on that play there. You know, we're talking about the clock moving and stuff, and I saw Taylor looking at his play card. So you would think at this point of the season that Cole Taylor would have the plays down.
Clock at 40 seconds and rolling. Snap is back, looking to throw, and it is in and out of the hands of number 2.
It was on target.
That was for
there's a flag
Evans.
down too.
Was that a flag or was that? Oh, okay.
Or it might be a towel.
I think that's a towel.
It looks like a flag. Pflugerville should not be allowed to have yellow towels. That was number 2 also defensively, Malachi Phelan. Or is it Phelan? Phelan. So it is now 2nd and 10.
34 seconds left. Lions have got to keep pressure on Taylor. Can't give him all day to throw. And it's going to be another handoff up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Gets
counter.
out to the 40, to the 30.
No.
Oh, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. Unbelievable.
Caught the Lions napping on a counter play to the weak side of the field. And, you know, maybe that's what they were setting up.
Wow. So just like that, Pflugerville is now right back in the ball game.
Right, and that makes momentum shift back at least partially towards the Pflugerville Panthers. Lions still on top, 8 at the moment. Could be 7. We'll see what happens here.
Cancino for the extra point, and it is may have gotten tipped or got under it, but it's good. It gets over the crossbar. So now 28-21 Lions. 23 seconds left.
Yeah, not a lot of time to work with. You want to hope that you get a short kick here, maybe a kick return to set yourself up for something.
It looks like we have another Lion down. Looks like a cramp. Holding his leg out, trying to.
Is that a lineman at least? It is not.
Yeah, it looks like a cramp now walking off. But, yeah, that's a little disappointing when you have the ball down there, you get back. Turnover on downs, and then Pflugerville comes back and is able to put 7 on the board.
Yeah, that counter play, he found a crease, and by the time the Lion defenders had turned to make up the ground, he was too far gone.
Yep.
28-21 now. A little bit of a rest going on. Usually they give them about a minute after the touchdown to go to the sideline before they start calling them out, but with this heat, the referees may be not leaning on that 1 minute so much. They might need 90 seconds. So back deep, it's going to be Wooldridge, looks like, as well as number 10.
Isaac Montgomery.
Yeah, the youngster.
So see if Lions can get a little magic here on this kick return. I'd be surprised if they try and kick it deep. They'll probably try and just squib it down the field. I wouldn't put it back in their hands.
No, I would squib kick it and let one of these up backs return it. But some of those guys can run too.
So Cancino getting ready to kick here. First line just got to make sure they're not trying something sneaky and onside it. Pooch up in the middle. It is caught at the 32. To the 35. Gets outside to the 40. 43-yard line.
18 seconds left. That's 1 or 2 plays. Get downfield. You get down 20, 25-yard play, you might be able to get Rodriguez out there and give him another chance.
Yep.
I mean, I would hope the snapper and the holder, if they're not on the field or on the sideline working on that right now.
So Lions coming out in their formation. Trips on the near side. Single receiver on the far side. Morrow, Wooldridge, and Hargrove here on the near side. Lott is going to be in the backfield with Mitchell. 4-man front for the Panthers. Going back, looking to throw. Down the right side, he's wide open. Oh, a little too far once again. Wow. We've seen 3 of those tonight, Chuck.
Yeah, and 2 of them, had the pass been a little bit more accurate, those would have been touchdowns. The other one, they had a defender in his pocket. Would have been a tough catch, even with a very accurate throw. But 2 of those were just a little too long. That's 2 more touchdowns.
Yep,
the Lions have left on the field.
Tried to go to Parker one more time on that, shot down the field. So clock is now down to 11 seconds. Mitchell with the snap, looking once again, throws down the middle. It is up, and it is incomplete. Pretty good coverage. Had it in his hands, but the safety came over and knocked it out.
The collision knocked it loose. He had great concentration on that football. That was Isaac Montgomery, the youngster, playing receiver. We seen him on kick return. That pass was on the money. It hit him in the hands. He had good concentration on it, but that safety came over right at the perfect time to separate the football from him.
Yep. So here we go. 4 seconds left, 3rd and 10. So it looks like Pflugerville's going to call a timeout.
Well,
little strange, but okay. Just make sure you stay back, and I'm sure they're going to get their
little gamesmanship going on here between Coach Price and Coach Taylor.
Put in their prevent defense. Get 5 or 6 people inside the 30, maybe. Who knows?
Well, we've seen Coach Price's special teams unit over the last couple of years explore some different things and to some success. Onsides, fake punts, a variety of different little trick plays that have worked probably about 40% of the time, which is significantly more than what you would expect for a trick play.
Yep. So let's see what kind of they do anything special here on defense, or just let it roll. Looks like they're going to have 3 men up front this time. Now looks like they're going to have 4.
Yeah,
maybe bring in someone from the corner. Yep.
The Lions have had anything special called, but with Pflugerville calling a timeout, they may have something special called now.
Trips once again on the near side. Single receiver up top, and that is Parker. And it's going to be a run up the middle. Tries to bounce to the outside, back inside. He'll pick up a first down, but that'll be it for the first half. So Lions still have the lead, 28-21. It's been pretty exciting this first half.
You tell me before this game starts, Lions up a touchdown going into halftime. I take that all day long.
Had their opportunities to put a little bit more on, but that should give them confidence.
I agree, and it also gives them some things to talk about that, we've seen, as we mentioned, at least 2 touchdowns left on the field by the Lion offense.
So here we go. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have the camera on for halftime. We won't be able to have any sound. We'll try and turn it up, see if we may be able to get some sound, but I doubt it with the way it's set up here at the field. But thanks for tuning in with Chuck Tracy, Mark Sickles, and Melissa Sickles on camera. We'll be back after halftime.
Thank you.
Time Entertainment are your Leander High School Bluebells. The Bluebells are directed by Ashley Williams and Lupe Garcia. The Bluebells are led by Captain Alex Schiller, First Lieutenant Holly Hager, Second Lieutenants Jessica Egglesey, Marisol Hernandez, and Claire Smith. Head Company Leader Riley Kassler. Company Leaders Gabby Aarons, Ella Bowman, Jocelyn Jew, and Mackenzie Cady. Congratulations to the Bluebell of the Week, Brianna Elam. Every week, the Bluebells nominate a teammate who has shown exemplary acts of love and compassion to receive the Be Kind, Be a Bell Award. Congratulations to Jessica Aldape. Performing the traditional routine that began in 1988, here are your Leander Bluebells dancing to Get It On. High School Bluebells. As they exit, the Bluebells would like to give a heartfelt thank you to their amazing parents, the Leander High School administration, and the unconditional support of the incredible Leander High School marching band and football program. Enjoy the rest of the game and keep the excitement alive. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the field the Leander High School Marching Band. The Leander Band has been recognized for outstanding achievements throughout the entire country. The band is a consistent finalist at the Bands of America contest in Austin and San Antonio, the UIL 5A State Marching Contest, and the Bands of America Grand Nationals Championships. Congratulations to the members of the week: Woodwinds, Cameron Butler; Brass, Alan Aguilar; Xbox, Danny Gray; Percussion, Liam Wallace; Guard, Stevie Salzman; Section of the Week, Tubas. This evening, the Leander Band will be presenting the first two movements of their 2023 production, Ripple. Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of drum majors, Suriana, Payne, Ren Nye, Gabe Lascano, Natalie Cox, and Jason Rodriguez. High School Marching Band. The Leander Band would like to thank their incredible parents, amazing administration, and of course the Leander High School Bluebell coaches, Ashley Williams and Lupe Garcia. The Leander Band would also like to wish the members of the Pflugerville High School Band and Color Guard best of luck the rest of this season. Let's hear it one more time for the Leander High School Marching Band.
to the Field in Pflugerville, Texas, right across the street from the campus of Pflugerville High School. Lions lead the Pflugerville Panthers by a score of 28-21 here at half. We're wrapping up. Joining me in calling the game is Mark Sickles and his better half, Melissa Sickles. She's not in the room right now. That's why I can say that.
Definitely. Well, we all know it's true.
Well, I don't want to tell lies up here. So just want to mention the schedule, and then we'll mention the sponsors, and we'll get into the third quarter. Of course, the Lions here on the road taking on the Pflugerville Panthers tonight. They'll take on the Bastrop Bears at home on Thursday. So that's 6 days from now. The Lions will be hosting the Bastrop Bears. He'll be looking for a little bit of revenge as the Lions knocked them off last year. And then, again, another team coming into Bible on September the 9th, the Del Rio Rams. They're going to be looking for a little bit of revenge as well.
Yeah, that was a great game last year. That was fun to call and
was
fun to watch.
Now, they are the ones that have to drive 6 hours, though, both ways. So we'll see if they're able to come in. And this Lion team looks pretty good so far tonight. So we'll see. And then district starts on September 22nd. The Lions will host College Station to open district play at Bible. It is also Future Lions Night, so that's where the kids will run out on the field. September 29th, the Lions will visit the Glen Grizzlies at Bible.
That's always weird.
Yeah, so they'll be sitting on the visitor side. Then October 5th, and this is the game that I'm going to miss because I'll be in San Diego, but on Thursday, October 5th, so 2 Thursdays, it's no, it's not 2 Thursdays in a row. Anyway, on Thursday, October 5th, Georgetown visits Bible to take on the Lions. And then October 13th, Leander will travel to College Station to play A&M Consolidated. On October 19th, the Hendrickson Hawks will visit AC Bible. It is First Responder Night. That's October 19th. And then October 27th, the Cedar Park Timberwolves will pay a visit to Bible Stadium for that little backyard brawl crosstown rivalry that goes on every year. And then the regular season will wrap up for Leander on November 3rd at Birkelbach in Georgetown as they take on the Eastview Patriots. Quite a schedule.
It is, and a lot of home games, so they need to take advantage of that.
They do, and even the game against Glenn, even though they're the visitor, they're right, same locker room and everything, so they'll just roll right out like it's a home game. The only difference is they'll be sitting up on the visitor side. Shout out the sponsors real quick. You want to read the gold sponsors, Mark?
Yeah, definitely. The 2023 Leander Lions Football Booster Club sponsors. Thank you very much to all of them. There's quite a few, but obviously we have our gold level and our silver level, the gold level. First one we have here is Mercy Veterinary Hospital, mercy-vet.com. 512-890-2000 at 18109 Ronald Reagan Boulevard over in Leander. They are privately owned. We talked about it before. 15,000 square feet. State-of-the-art small animal veterinary practice and a luxury pet resort. They want to be your trusted animal hospital, and they offer a wide range of services to meet all of your pet's needs, from comprehensive preventative care and vaccines, management for chronic conditions, acute illnesses, soft tissue and orthopedic surgery, to luxury boarding, doggy daycare, and grooming. Their experienced veterinarians and dedicated staff provide compassionate and personalized care. They also prioritize your pet's health and happiness and treat your pet like family. The second one is Rush Automotive at myrushauto.com/Leander. They have another shop in Round Rock and Bastrop at 512-548-6134 over off of 2276 Highway 183 in Leander. They provide premium auto care. They have the skills, knowledge, and commitment to diagnose and fix any issue you're having with your truck or car. They utilize state-of-the-art tools, technology, and equipment to ensure flawless results with their certified technicians. They stand out from the rest due to their work ethic, dedication, and expertise in their auto repair shop. Their customer service and customer lounge is top-notch. There isn't a service or repair need they cannot handle. Go check them out.
And I also want to mention, we talked about the game schedule. If you didn't watch Monday's Coaches Show, the Lion Nation podcast, that was hosted by the Hobby Shop. Go back and take a look at that. It's there on shnsports.com on YouTube under SHN Sports on the Leander library there. We have some upcoming podcasts. Looks like we're going to do one a month this season. So the next one is September 18th at Guaco Taco. Make sure you come out for that one, or at least tune in. And then we have another one in October on the 23rd at JJ's. And it looks like it's sponsored by Your Wreath Girl. And then the last final one is going to be on October 30th at Trunk or Treat in the Leander High School parking lot. That's right before Halloween, and it's hosted or sponsored by Shark Burger. So make sure you come out and support your Lions both in the games and on the coaches' shows. Looks like Rodriguez will be kicking off for the Lions here.
Into the wind. Lions will be going left to right this third quarter.
Back deep for Pflugerville. I can't quite read the numbers because of the angle here.
It's been 1 and 2 all night, so I'm guessing it's Frazier and Evans, yeah.
Rodriguez kicking deep into the end zone, and it will be a touchback as Evans watches it sail over his head. No time off the clock, so still 12 minutes.
Yeah, Lions have got to come out on defense and set the tone here. They need to get a quick 3 and out, get the ball back. Let's see if they can do it.
Well, and Pflugerville's thinking as they went into the half, we got that score. We're only down 7. We get the ball back. Let's go on ahead and take that momentum and knot this up going into mid-third quarter. But the Lions got to have other plans.
Yeah, and it may come down to conditioning this second half. We'll see.
Taylor still the quarterback. Miller the running back. They'll hand to Miller straight ahead. Tackled by number 40 for Leander. That is Michael Segovia.
And also helping out is number 26, once again calling his name, Calvin Kessler.
Pretty good gain there. A gain of about 5 yards to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 5 for the Panthers. Miller remains the running back. He's got a big tight end in front of him. Taylor takes the snap, fakes to Miller, looks to the left, flips it into the flat, complete to number 4. And he's tackled almost immediately. That's Christian Bayham on the reception, number 26. Again, Calvin Kessler with the tackle. First down, Pflugerville at the 39-yard line. And, the drive is starting. They're moving it down the field. The Lions have got to get a stop here. The longer the drive, the more opportunity for the offense to make mistakes. So you want to keep the plays to a minimum here. 2 backs in the backfield with Taylor. They'll hand to Miller straight ahead. He'll get wrapped up after a gain of about 3 by number 5, Joe Weesey.
Yeah, it looks like they're
going to give him 2 yards. That was a pretty good play there by Weesey. Bad call by me.
Yeah, they may be trying to establish a running game here. It looks like, 2 out of 3 plays they've run the ball, so we'll see.
Why not? Because that's really, you talk about conditioning, that's really where the conditioning comes into play, especially along the lines in the trenches. Now, of course, the DBs and the receivers are going to run anyway. But those linemen on run plays work a lot harder. Taylor fakes to Miller, rolls to the right, flips it in the flat, complete to number 85, and he's wrapped up immediately by Langston Brady. That's number 85, Martin, on the reception. A loss of a couple, even 3 yards. There's going to be 3rd and 11 here.
Yeah, great tackle there. Solo tackle, reading it, little quick dump out to the right side, and comes up and makes a big tackle.
And it was just an excellent tackle. You got a big fella, number 85, Martin. You got to bring him down. And Brady went around the legs and drug him down. Excellent play.
Got to get someone on the slot receiver over here, Leander.
That's him. That's Martin again. And
there we go. Now they got him.
You don't want to leave that big fella open. Taylor looking that direction, throws it that way, and he gets him on the slant. And he's at the 30, and he's going to be tackled at the 25 of the line, make it the 23. And just like that, you got to put a guy a little bit tighter on him there to make the stop. Number 12 for Leander, Jacob Harris. It is a 1st and 10 deep in line territory at the 23-yard line for Pflugerville. 9:34 and counting here in the third period. Line's on top, 28-21.
Yeah, the big guy can run.
Yeah, you don't want to give him that kind of cushion,
especially in the slot where he's lined up usually against a linebacker or possibly a safety deep, he's got the size advantage.
There might have been a little bit of confusion there. There's the snap. Taylor hands off to Miller straight ahead, and he's stopped. Number 77 didn't quite make a tackle necessarily, but Gavin Rodriguez plugged that hole, and Miller had nowhere to go, and he lost his footing, and no gain on the play, second down.
Yeah, great push there by number 77, Rodriguez, what you're talking about, in the backfield, and the running back just ran right into him and then slid off and fell down. So big play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you're not going to run into Rodriguez and knock him down very easily. So 2nd down for Taylor and the Panthers. Quick glance back to head coach Charles Taylor. Make it a long glance back to head coach Charles Taylor. It looks like the play clock runs down, so they either had to burn. They burned a timeout, and that's, a little bit of a positive there for the Lions. They force a timeout call either through confusion or what have you is going on with the Pflugerville sideline, but
yeah,
the Lions need to continue to push Pflugerville backwards.
Yeah, but it also gives the Lions a chance to catch their breath. Pflugerville's been moving down the field, and bring them over, talk to them, calm them down, just do your job. You don't need to fill in for somebody else. They played well so far this first half, and they don't want to give the Panthers confidence as they come out this first half if they just march down the field.
We talk about it every year, Mark, and it's usually at the end of the year. The seniors don't realize how quickly this season goes by. So you want to get as much playing time as you can get as a senior in every game, including this one. Doesn't matter how hot it is, doesn't matter how tired you are. You want to get out there and get as many plays in because it may be the last football you play.
Yep.
In pads, organized as such. So it is 2nd and 10 for the Pflugerville Panthers coming out of the timeout, still trailing the Lions by 7. Taylor has Martin in the backfield, also Christian Baham in a wing right in front of Taylor. There's a snap, fakes to Miller. Down the sideline, pass is complete for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a nice pass right at the goal line at the corner there.
Quentin Goethe.
Yeah, nice catch. He was able to go up tall, catch it, keep his balance, and get his feet inside the pylon.
It's a 1-point ball game now. Point after attempt could tie it up right here. And, Mark, we were afraid of this with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter, and here we are.
Yep.
It played out as we had feared. Number 82 for the point after, Gabriel Cancino. Snap is high. The hold is down. Cancino's kick is good, and we are tied at 28.
Yeah, Lions had a 2-touchdown lead, had an opportunity to put some more on the board, and unable to capitalize on it. Pflugerville came back and scored right before halftime to cut it to 7. They got the ball the second half with the wind and able to march down the field and put 7 more on the board. So we're all tied up, 8:20 left in the third.
And they did a good job of mixing it up.
Yep.
We saw them come out running the ball 3 out of 4 plays to start that drive, but as soon as the Lions came up to the line of scrimmage and worried a little bit less about those receivers, we find Martin, number 85, getting a big cushion from the safety and just too much room. Taylor was able to fit it in there, and he got it downfield and set up an easy touchdown pass.
So Lions have got to come out and move this ball down the field.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised here to see Pflugerville do something with this kickoff here. They've been, even though we're tied here and it's been relatively even throughout this game, it seems like Pflugerville's playing catch-up this whole game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them do an onside here or a pooch kick and try to get the ball back to give themselves an advantage.
Yeah, that front line has just got to make sure it goes over their head before they turn and run.
I mean, you can even see right now number 82, Cancino, is doing some weird little thing with his foot right up against the football. And look how they're in a tight formation.
Yep.
So I would not be surprised to see an onside here. It looks like the Lions sent out the hands unit, though.
Well, they got only 3 up front. They got 5 back deep. Now they bring another player out up here. So they got 4. They spread out.
They were missing somebody, didn't come out. But because it's the hands unit, if you notice, those are all DBs and running backs up there along the front line. We'll see if Pflugerville kicks deep. Cancino, he does go deep. And it's going to go into the end zone and out of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions will have the football on the 25, 1st and 10, with 8:20 remaining here in the third. And, you know, we thought it would be a close game, Mark.
Yeah, we did.
And it's 28-all. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you get much closer than that. But we also think and have mentioned that, you know, there's at least 2 touchdowns that the Lions have left on this football field that they wish they had right now.
4-man front for the Panthers.
So Mitchell takes the snap, hands to the running back straight ahead. Good defense there by Pflugerville. It looks like the Lions might try to get the running game going, but Mateo Villarreal there to make a stop for Pflugerville. No gain from the running back, number 35 for Leander, Braden Lott. It's 2nd down and 10. And you mentioned off air, you know, what are some other ways that the Lions can get Zane Wooldridge the football? You know, we've seen him on some slants and we've seen him on some end arounds, some jet sweep type plays. What can they do? There's a snap into the flat. It is completed, and who was that?
That was number 24, Hargrave.
Yep, and he's had a pretty good game here offensively for Leander. And we have a whistle, and it looks like maybe a timeout or some kind of an injury. Yeah, it is an injury on the Pflugerville side. 7:34 remaining. No real gain on that last play. It's 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Leander just doesn't want to go 3 and out on this opening drive and give the ball right back to the Panthers. They're going to have good field position if they have to punt from here.
Yeah, they're very close to doing so here, 3rd and long. But they'll get an opportunity to discuss it due to the maybe another cramp. And that's something we're going to see probably as we wind this game down, Mark. A lot of delays from cramping. Because no matter how much water you drink, it's hot out there.
Yeah.
And so it looks like the player getting off the field under his own power. That's number 9, Brandon Bradshaw. Maybe we can get something going with him off the field.
Yeah, he's had a lot of great defensive plays that first half.
So Mitchell takes the snap, rolls to his left, or his right, rather. There's a flag in the backfield, likely some kind of blocking foul.
Incomplete pass.
We'll see here. Charles Taylor.
Yeah, I think it's a hold,
excited.
and they will decline that.
So it will be 4th down for Leander, and likely we'll see Ivan Rodriguez come out to punt. Coach Price waiting on the explanation for the call.
I mean, they could move them back with the wind at their back, but I just make them punt.
Yeah,
Be
here
silly.
comes the
Yeah, here
punting
it comes. Number 4 heading back for the Panthers.
Yeah, Baham. I guess it's Baham. It could be Baham. I know the Pflugerville radio broadcaster said it, but I don't recall what he said. Is it Baham?
I think Baham.
That's what I seem to recall. He's back deep. He's setting up right around the Pflugerville Panther 39. Rodriguez will be receiving the punt right at the 14 of Leander. Rolls to his right, gets a nice little rugby kickoff. Nice roll down inside the Panther 30 and out of bounds at the 27, where Pflugerville will have the football for the second time in the second half. Looking to get a lead this time.
Yeah, good punt by Rodriguez to push him back a little bit, but Lions have got to stop him here. This is a big defensive stand right here for the Lions.
Well, and for a number of reasons, obviously. You know, one of the problems we've seen in the past are numbers with the Lion program, and you leave your defense out on the field too long, you just get tired.
Yeah.
So you got to get you can ill afford to have 2 long offensive drives against you in consecutive possessions by your opponent. Taylor hands off to Miller straight ahead, and he's got about a 12-yard gain up to the 39s where it looks like they're going to mark him.
I wouldn't be surprised if they start running heavy this drive, see if they can eat some clock, wear down that defensive line, and get that push.
Well, they may see some tiredness there on the Leander side of the football here, and so the Lions are going to have to dig deep, grab a little bit of that intestinal fortitude and get a stop here. Taylor to his right, looking back left. He throws it into the dirt.
Good pressure.
He
there
had
by
nowhere
Weiss.
to go.
Yeah. That if there's no one there, I guess 24 was right there in the backfield.
They had a screen that they were trying to set up to Ryder Miller, but the pressure was in Taylor's face, and the Miller was covered. So,
yeah, Allender and a couple others were right in his face, so he just threw it in the ground. But, 24 was back there, Miller, close enough where it wasn't intentional grounding.
And that's one that, as a defender, you really want to take the head off of the opposing quarterback, but you just can't. Second down and 10 for Taylor. Miller, again, the running back. I think we've maybe seen one other running back, Baham, in the backfield. Other than that, it's been Ryder Miller all night for the Panthers. They got 3 receivers at the top of the formation here on the near side, the big tight end.
Yep, Martin down here all alone.
He's got a defender in his face this time. Taylor looking to his right, gets it to Frazier in the flat. He breaks the first tackle, gets up past the 45, close to a first down. Looks like he has the first down near midfield. Pretty good effort there from number 2, Jason Evans. I said Frazier, but that was Evans.
Yeah, he showed good strength in getting those last 3 or 4 yards to push it across for a first down.
So it is now 1st and 10 from the Pflugerville 49 as they look to get into Lion territory for the second time here in the second half. Taylor brings man in motion. They'll pitch it to him. That's Baham, but we have a whistle before the play. So there's either a timeout or a penalty. I don't see a flag. I guess there was one on the ground. Looks like it's going to go against the Panthers. And it is a motion penalty. So they'll step it back to the 44-yard line where it'll be 1st and 15 for Pflugerville with 6:21 remaining here in the third quarter. Tie ball game. Again, Miller with Cole Taylor in the backfield. To the right of the formation is Baham. And looks like that is Schuler as well. There's a handoff to Miller. And he's able to get into the secondary and close to a first down. He stopped just shy. Oh, he's got a healthy spot there. Looks like they're going to give him enough for the first down.
Yeah, I think they're going to give it to him. That was a pretty good run off the right side. Had a seam, able to get out there and get a push. And looks a little short. Okay, 2nd and 1.
Well, yeah, I thought it was short. He's still got a little bit, like almost a full yard spot. Now they are going to give him the first down.
Okay, there they move it.
So 1st and 10 Pflugerville from the Lion 41.
5:27 left here in the third. Clock is running. They've already put up 1 touchdown. They're moving the ball again.
Taylor takes the snap, hands to Miller, coming this way. Met at the line of scrimmage, losing his helmet while he makes the tackle is number 40, Michael Segovia, so he'll have to come off the field for a play. Gain of about 4 yards for Miller. They're going to move the ball to the 40, almost the 43. So it's about 2nd and 6. And that big offensive line is starting to do some pretty good work for the Pflugerville Panthers with 4:45 and counting.
Yeah, they're giving enough room for the backs to get through, and they're keeping the pressure off of the quarterback.
We'll go straight ahead to Miller again. He's going to get wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage by number 4, Nick Parsons. He gains about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 3, maybe 4. Looks like they're going to spot it right around the 36. Panthers got to get right close to the 31, so about 4.5 yards here.
Need a big play by Leander.
It's huge here. 3rd down. Could be 2 down territory for Pflugerville. There's the snap. Taylor goes to the left.
Oh, a little bit high.
Way too tall.
Good job. Lions were bringing some pressure up the middle, and I think it forced the quarterback to throw a little bit quicker than he wanted. They had the protection, but the line was getting pushed back. Good job by Leander putting that pressure on him. So it brings up 4th down, a huge play here.
Yeah, huge. And we said that it's 2 down territory. In the first one, pass a little bit tall. We'll see what they do here on 4th down. The Lions Huge play here for them to get a stop.
Yeah, let's cover Martin. That big number 85, he's in the slot on the near side.
Baham in the backfield. There's a pass.
Oh!
It was intended for Martin, but it was behind him.
All right.
He's unable to handle it. It hit him on the back shoulder. He almost got a hand on it, but a little bit too much velocity on that pass from Taylor, and he hit him a little bit behind, and the Lions able to get a stop at a big moment. We're still tied, and now Leander looking to go the other way with the football.
Yeah, they have to reestablish their offense. Leander came out, and they threw the ball well, got some touchdowns, a nice run by Mitchell. So they got to reestablish something and just start moving that ball down the field. Got to get some first downs.
Well, Pflugerville's done a pretty good job of containing Zane Wooldridge since the first quarter. We'll see if the Lions can get him loose here. Mitchell looking to pass on the left side, goes deep to Wooldridge.
Throw the flag. There it is. Yep.
And that should have been Wooldridge was there. He tried to cut in front of him, similarly to an underthrown pass earlier, but number 16, Jeffrey Hinojosa, said, "You're not going to score on me. I'm going to tackle you before the ball gets here." So it'll be a first down, Leander.
Yeah, good job. I kind of like that, being aggressive, going down the field.
Well, it'll loosen up the defense for sure if they were tightening up because they thought the Lions were going to – what's going on? They're going to mark it from the line of scrimmage. It should be 10 yards and a first down, correct? Or 15 and a first down.
15.
I apologize. So the ball's going to be marked at midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 Leander, so they got 50 yards to pay dirt with 3:53 remaining here in the third. The Lions can get a touchdown here before the end of the quarter, then this quarter will be, pretty much considered a push. Mitchell takes the snap, fakes to the running back, rolls to the left, throws across his body. They're going to say he didn't catch it. Wooldridge looked like he caught it to me, but the referee says no.
Yeah, I don't know if he
said he trapped it
or it kind of bounced off the ground, but good effort by Wooldridge. Throws a little low.
I kind of liked the effort at least, and it looked like to me that Wooldridge may have gotten his hands underneath it, but down there on the ground when it's that close, you don't want to leave any room for interpretation for the referee. He sees a shadow, he may say it's incomplete. So Mitchell shotgun formation. He brings a man in motion, takes the snap, hands the running back straight ahead. That's number 35 on the carry for the Lions, Braden Lott, with a real nice gain up near first down yardage.
Oh, wow. He did not get a good spot on that one.
Yeah, he's about a yard shy based on the spot. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Third and one, yep.
Fakes. Mitchell keeps it. He cuts in, gets the first down inside the 40 to the 35. He's breaking tackles down to the 28. Nice effort.
Go down, big man. Don't get hurt. Go down.
Right. Sometimes you like the effort, but you're a quarterback, buddy. Get on the ground. And when you're not able to break into the open, get on the ground.
Good job there by Logan Mitchell there to pick up that first down a little bit more. But, yeah, you don't like to see 5 or 6 guys hitting your quarterback down the field.
After he got the first down, that's when he needs to go down. So Mitchell in – and we're going to have a timeout, looks like, of some kind, or at least a discussion. You got Pflugerville coaches out on the field here with 3.5 minutes. I'm not really sure what's going on either in terms of I never saw a timeout called. So there was at least some questioning by the Pflugerville coaching staff, which caused the referee crew to stop action. And the Lions
they're not. Okay.
Lions just moved to the sideline as soon as it looked like – okay, so the Lions must have thought that Pflugerville was going to call a timeout. That's the only explanation there. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, plenty of time. They just started the play clock, so no rush for Leander here.
We'll see if it's going to be Lott in the backfield. I can't really see from this angle along with Mitchell. It is Lott, but they fake it. Mitchell throws it to Wooldridge in the flat. He's able to get outside near the sideline and pick up a couple of yards. Late, out of hit, out of bounds hit.
That'll help.
Yeah, that'll be another first down, even if it's half the distance, which it should be. probably half the distance, so it should be about a 14-yard penalty. Ball at the 28.
I'm assuming it's on their team.
Yeah, that was out of bounds.
If it's out of bounds and one of our players gives some little cheap shot. I mean,
True.
Coach Price is out there yelling. I'm assuming, I hope it's against Pflugerville.
Well, I think he's also
protecting his kids.
Yeah, vying for, one of his primary weapons that was right near the net that Ivan Rodriguez uses to warm up there on the sideline. The last thing you want is your running back running into that thing, getting their leg tangled up in it.
So let's make sure that this is against Pflugerville here.
There is a long discussion, and Coach Price is very animated. He's making sure he's being heard. We'll see what the call is. The play resulted in a gain of about 3. Maybe 2, and then he was out of bounds. He was well out of bounds when he got ran into the bleachers over there on the visitor side.
Let's see if we can get
very far out of bounds.
A signal here from. Okay, they will mark it off against Pflugerville. Okay, good. That's what we thought, but you never know.
Foul.
You never know when it's on the sideline.
Well, and especially and that's Coach Price advocating for his players.
Yep.
We want to win this game. They're a good team. We don't want them cheap shotting us though. We got other games to play.
So, prime position here for Leander.
So, Lott in the backfield with Mitchell. Mitchell throws. His pass is caught for a touchdown. It was tipped by a defender, and coming out with the football is Joseph Morrow for a Lion touchdown to run the score to 34-28. Point after attempt coming up. What a great play. Good concentration by Morrow.
Yeah, definitely. That ball was tipped. It popped up. Morrow grabbed it. Muscled his way in for his first touchdown of the season. Great job.
So Brady will come out to hold for Rodriguez. On the point after. There's a snap, hold, kick is good.
Nice. And Lions had to have that drive.
They really did, and it came at an opportune time. And so I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that the deep snapper is Caleb Billfelt.
Okay.
Number 99. It looks like I saw a 9, and the only 9 running off the field I saw was 99. So it's got to be Coach Billfelt's young son, who's very strong for a youngster as a sophomore. Looking to find his way into as much playing time as possible this season as he continues his development.
And that's a tough job.
Yeah,
that's a really tough job.
I did that in high school. It is not fun, and it does, and it also takes you away from your normal duties. As my normal duties as a center, oftentimes the offense would be scrimmaging, and the coaches would be like, "I need you to work with the special teams." So go over there with the special teams. And it takes away from your ability to prepare for that next week. So it's always nice if you can use someone besides your starting center to deep snap. It's not always possible.
So great drive by Leander, aided by a couple penalties to move him down the field, but we'll take that all day long.
Got the lead back.
Because we saw that against Leander on 1 or 2 drives where it helped out the Panthers. So,
yes.
We're back pretty much even on that end, but Lions are now up by 7 points here in the third quarter, 2:59 left.
So McFrazier and Evans are back deep for the Panthers to receive the kick from Ivan Rodriguez, who will likely kick it out of the end zone. There's the kick. It's going to hang up a little bit near the 2 and bounce into the end zone for a touchback as predicted. And the Panthers will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 25. Look, even the Pflugerville box crew knows Rodriguez is going to kick it in the end zone. Let's set up at the 25.
Yep.
We know what's going to happen because he's not going to kick it short. That's why the Lions should occasionally do that, because the teams are going to see Rodriguez on film week in and week out kicking it out of the end zone, and they're going to relax a little bit.
Yep.
So it could pay off in one of these upcoming games.
Love to see a turnover here somehow.
Dual backs this time for Taylor. He'll hand to Miller straight ahead, but number 15 there waiting, Caleb Watts, says, "No, sir, no gain for you." In fact, lose a yard or a half yard. Second down and about 10.5.
And also Nicholas Parsons there to help clean that up. Good push at 2nd and 11. Good start. Keep it going.
That's right. You gotta have that other guy there because these running backs are churning their legs, and Miller has proven that he's not going to just go down and lay down.
He's had a pretty good game tonight.
He really has. It's solid. Like, he hasn't any real explosive plays, but he's consistently gotten 5, 6, 7 yards a gain. He'll be the running back with Taylor. Taylor drops straight back, throws it to the right. Passes low. It's incomplete. That was number 2, Jason Evans, the intended receiver, in the same argument that we saw from Zane Wooldridge with the sideline referee trying to claim that he caught the football, but the ruling no, and another cramp.
Yep.
And that is Evans, who, despite the cramp, continued to argue about whether or not he caught that football, which you kind of like the competitiveness, but get up. I mean, if you can argue, you could probably get up. Right?
So that brings up, after this delay here due to the cramp, a huge 3rd and 11 for Leander. We've talked about some big plays so far this game, but this one's big here too, Chuck.
It is. And the Lions are on top, but you don't want to go into the fourth quarter with momentum shifting back towards Pflugerville. You want to get a stop here and, if possible, just possess the ball into the fourth quarter, but, even better, take that in for a score before we start that fourth quarter.
Yeah, we haven't seen Taylor run that much today, surprisingly, but I would watch out for 85 once again. Mitchell, or Martin, their big receiver. Get 1 or 2 on him. Looks like this slot over here may be open on the inside. Now we got to bring someone up. We don't want to leave that guy open.
There is a guy open here on the left side, Taylor.
Okay, now the linebacker's cheating out a little bit. Okay, covering that up.
Throwing that direction.
There we go. Incomplete pass. Good coverage there by number 2, Malachi Filan again.
Yeah, it intended for Christian Bahan there. One of the better offensive players on the Pflugerville Panthers squad, and he just couldn't hang on to it. Fourth down.
Yeah, it looked like the pass was a little bit low and outside, and great job by Leander. I think they disguised that coverage, covering up that slot receiver. Linebacker checked out on him right before the snap, and good job by Leander. So let's field this punt. Let's get in good field position.
Wooldridge back to receive that punt, coming from Gabriel Cancino. This could be a really big play for the Lions if Wooldridge, he throws the fair catch up. He probably didn't want to do that after the fact. He was like, oh, wow, they're still 20 yards down the field.
Yep.
It's still good starting field position for this drive at the 37-yard line of Leander. And he may have been told, do not return this kick.
Yeah, could have been.
Field it.
Because he's usually aggressive out there,
right,
as we've seen. So that may have been a call from the sideline.
And I expect that it probably was, unless he's just really tired, which I don't really see him being that level tired.
No, he's always wanting the ball and always wanting to push it up the field. Here we go.
So Mitchell, the quarterback, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. He gets to the outside. He cuts up. He's at midfield, and he's knocked out of bounds pretty rudely there by number 23, Kenneth McGee, but not until after he's in Pflugerville territory with a first down.
Yeah, I like the toughness, but once you get that first down, that guy's got the angle, step out of bounds. You don't need to take those extra hits.
It looked like it was going to be a loss, but Mitchell showed really good speed to get around that edge and get out there and get the first down. But you're right.
You don't need those extra hits because you never know what will happen.
Everybody loves a tough quarterback until they're hurt, and then you're like, why did you do that? So Mitchell takes the snap, drops straight back, looking to his right, completes it to Aiden Parker, who cuts across the field. He's at the 40-35, first down again for Leander. There on the stop for Pflugerville, number 25, Kumon Shepard.
That was a great job cutting it across the field. You always never know. Well, you don't know where those linebackers are, but he saw a seam, and he took it across and got a big gain.
You can get your head taken off doing that. There's a handoff straight ahead, and he's tripped up. And maybe he tripped over number 3, Logan Mitchell's foot. But that was Braden Lott, who had a pretty good couple of runs before that one. And, again, it's tough to get going when you put your foot in the ground and it doesn't hit the ground.
Yeah, kind of a stumble there, lost a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Getting
close to a chip shot area for Rodriguez. I'd like another 8-10 yards here if you're going to be trying to field goal, but I really want a touchdown here. Mitchell in the shotgun, drops, rolls to his right, flips it into the flat,
nice
complete
catch
to Wooldridge near the 21.
Oh, wait, they're saying incomplete?
Unbelievable. That's right near the first down marker. And they're saying no? Really?
Wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it looked like a good catch to me, but again, it's an odd angle where we're up here and the referees are on ground level, and so perhaps there was a little bit of a bounce between
coming down to the ground, may not have been able to control it, but that looked like a good catch to me from up here.
Well, it's 3rd and 11 now. You want to at least get some yardage to make a decent chip shot for Rodriguez here. Mitchell with Lott in the backfield. They faked a lot, throw up the middle seam, and it hits him in the hands, and he drops it. That's E.J. Hargrave, who would have had a touchdown on that play. Again, that's the third opportunity that the Lions really could have had a touchdown that they didn't get it.
Yeah, it was a little bit hot, but it was right there off his hands. A little should have been caught, but yeah, that's all right. Hey, keep taking those shots downfield.
Yeah, and
they'll pan out.
That's one you said is a little bit hot. Yeah, he put some on that one because he saw him open over the middle and really wanted.
You had to zing it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only throw he could really do. He had to zing it in there.
And Hargrave got his hands on it, just couldn't hang on. 4th down. Lions going to go for it here with their offense. We've got a false start called against the Lions. It looks like the slot receiver, number 24, Hargrave, kind of ooched forward on the hard count from Logan Mitchell, and that'll move the ball back to the 37. So the Lions, if they want to get a field goal attempt, they're going to definitely have to pick up about 10, 15 yards.
Well, they got to get a first, 4th down. Yeah, 4th and 16 now.
Yeah, I think if they get about 10 yards, they can attempt a field goal, though.
4th down.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You don't get
right,
5
yeah.
down. This is not the Colorado. Oh, down to.
Oh,
what a catch
great
by
catch.
Aiden Parker. Yes. They ran that play too quick. We weren't ready to even call the play, but Parker down the field with one defender on him. Nice pass by Mitchell, puts it where only Parker can catch it.
And that was a level 2, almost level 3 pass where he had time to adjust, and he did a great job, an outstanding catch.
So it's 1st and goal, and they hand off to number 35, Braden Lott, and he not a whole lot there. Gets about a yard maybe, if any. Give the credit to those 2 big defensive tackles there on the Pflugerville Panthers.
Yeah, that was just a huge play by Aiden Parker making that catch, and a nice throw by Mitchell, too. A little bit to the outside, he adjusted and made a great catch with the man all over him. Yeah,
great job. And that's where it helps to be 6'3" and 180 pounds like Aiden Parker. You can go up over those small DBs and really body them, and we saw that there. And it really kept this drive alive and the momentum with the Lions as we head into the final quarter.
Fourth quarter.
We'll take a quick break. We'll get the sponsors when we get back. Mark and I will switch spots, and we'll finish this game out. Go Lions.
And, yeah, we have the ball, 35. Okay. All right, so here we are. We're getting ready to head into the fourth quarter. Lions up 35-28. In great position here. Let's talk about the silver level sponsors. Leander Athletic Club at leanderathletic.com. 512-876-1855. They're at 190 North Baghdad Road, Suite D in Leander, Texas. They provide for fitness, wellness, and recovery. 3 different fitness rooms, a main gym, yoga studio, and a cycle studio, but they also provide everything you need to properly recover and relax afterwards. Also, Lott Governmental Affairs, LLC. Check out Earl Lott and Lott Governmental Affairs on LinkedIn and Facebook. Helps clients in private and public sectors to address environmental issues, ensures compliance, and assists corporations as leaders in environmental responsibility. So here we go. 2nd and 8. Lions looking to score again. Mitchell gets the snap, rolls out to the right. Quick pass, and it is bobbled and incomplete. A little bit behind him. Tried to go to number 5?
Yeah, I'm not so sure that play wasn't a broken play. I'm not. I just got to believe that you got that much time on the sidelines. You're not going to roll out to the short side of the field necessarily.
Well, I think they had him breaking in and then trying to spin out to the right. It was a little bit behind him. If he would have thrown it out more to the flat, I think he would have caught it. But incomplete, so now it is now 3rd down and 8. 3rd and goal. So Lions have got to come up here, see if they can get 6 on the board. Lott in the backfield with Mitchell. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout, Leander. Not bad right there to call a timeout.
Yeah,
make sure you have your
that.
play. I think the play clock was kind of rolling down. They don't want to force anything. You don't want to turnover.
You want to make sure you, at the very least, get that Ivan Rodriguez attempt. And one of the things you don't want to do is put it at an odd angle because it's close enough to the goal line that if you get it on one of those outside hashes, that's a tough angle for a kicker, even on a short kick like that. So what you want to do is, at the very least, you're on that right hash. You want to, if you're going to run the ball, you want to run towards the middle, set up Rodriguez. But if you're going to go for the touchdown, you want to try to throw it to the wider side of the field so that when they do set up for 4th down, if it's incomplete, it'll be more towards the middle of the field for Rodriguez. We'll see what play they come out with here.
So once again, Lott is in the backfield. Spread formation for Leander. Mitchell looking over the defense. 11:56. We just started the 4th quarter. Lions are up by 7.
Yeah, they really could use another touchdown here, Mark.
3rd and goal. Man in motion. Wooldridge fake to him, looking out. Throw down the middle. It is up high, and it is caught.
Use Parker's size, and that is exactly what they did.
Nice lob pass there by Mitchell, and a great catch over the smaller defender by Aiden Parker, and Lions score again, 41-28.
That is a huge touchdown there.
That's
because
big.
Even with a field goal, you're only up 10 with that touchdown. 2 touchdowns is a tall order for Pflugerville if the Lions can avoid mistakes defensively.
So after coming out after half, 3 and out, 2 scoring drives, Rodriguez with the kick. It is good. Now 42-28. And Lions have the wind at their back this half or this quarter.
Yes. And that also means that Cole Taylor has the wind in his face for this quarter, and he's down 2 scores. So, we're going to see how good Cole Taylor is here down the stretch. He's a coach's son, generally speaking, and we've seen a lot of talent from the kid, but generally speaking, a head coach's son is usually one of the better players out on the field. Yeah. And
he's done a decent job tonight, but I think he ran one play early on, or 1 or 2, and he has some strength. Right. He doesn't have the quickness that we've seen in some of the past Pflugerville quarterbacks where they could take off and run and break.
Yeah, they were just like a running back in the backfield.
But he's big and strong. He's got a pretty good arm, but he's been relying heavily on Martin, number 85, the big receiver. So I think they'll probably try and go heavy to him. But we've also seen some good things from, their running back number 24, Miller.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do here. They're, down by 2 scores. 11:49 left here in the ball game, and Rodriguez getting ready to kick from his 40 with the wind at his back. They don't have anyone inside the 15-yard line.
They're just going to let him kick it out of the end zone, and even if he squibs it, it's not to the Lions' benefit at this point. So he should kick it as far.
Yeah, now they're scooting back a little bit. I was going to say, if no one's back there, just pooch it back and kill it on about the 5 and run down and cover up. But yeah, they're scooting back. So he's going to take a deep kick.
They were worried about an onside or something.
High kick, and it is almost out of the end zone. Another great kick by Rodriguez. So Lions defense getting back on the field. They had to rest there. They had a little bit of time to rest, get their breath, get their feet under them, get a little water in them, so they should be ready to go here against this Pflugerville offense.
There's still a ton of time left, but a good defensive stop here from the Lions can go a long way to deciding this game, because you'll take any confidence out of that offense of the Pflugerville Panthers if you can get them 3 and out here.
So now they got 2 men in the backfield once again with Taylor. It's going to be a run. Cuts back up the middle. Great job.
Number
Lions
77.
defense, number 77?
Yep.
And
Gavin
number 7 as well. Anthony Ugo.
Yeah, Gavin Rodriguez did a good job as the little cleanup from Ugo. Gain of just 1.
Yep, so now 2nd and 9. Also in the backfield is number 4, Bayham. Snap is back, looking to throw. Pass to the
hand
outside.
Got on it. Somebody got a hand on it as it crossed the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete, and good coverage there by Malachi Filan.
Some updates of local teams. San Antonio Piper, the Warriors, on top of the Glen Grizzlies, 60-0.
Wow.
Rouse Raiders down to Belton, 34-10. That's a final. Round Rock Cedar Ridge down to the Timberwolves, 29-7. That's in the 4th. And, of course, the Lions here on top. No score for Liberty Hill and their opponent.
So here we go. Big 3rd down, 3rd and 9. Lions have got to get a stop. See if they bring some pressure. Taylor looking back, got some pressure on him. Throws it out here, and it is incomplete.
And he threw it to one of his primary receivers, Bond, but it was too close to the sideline. That pressure was too great.
Yeah, I think it kind of floated out of bounds. He wasn't able to even catch the ball inbounds, and good coverage. So Lions
3 and out.
Get
just
a 3 and
like we
out.
said.
Yep.
Now, if you really want to put them out of it, you return this or you march it down the field.
I
and
return.
Get you
I don't want to
score.
get a penalty on trying to block it, and you get a penalty. Yeah.
No,
so
I just mean a return. Good return. I mean the right now Wooldridge is lining up around the line 37.
Yeah, they have a tight formation. They have no outside gunners, so they kick it down, and it is bouncing, and it is caught at the 38. Kind of put a fair catch up. It got out of the way of the number 2 going downfield.
He wanted a flag so bad.
Yeah, Evans was right in his face, and I think Wooldridge said, I'm going to get out of the way.
Wooldridge checking with the referee about the signal. He wants to be.
They could have thrown a cheap flag there, but I think that he was trying to get out. He didn't try and run down the field, but he did.
Well,
he kind of bounced outside.
And I think the referees understood that he wasn't trying to run down the field. And it's still early. They're going to be a little more lenient on some calls like that next week and the following week they'll drop that flag at a moment's notice when that happens.
So it looks like we have a new running back in, number 41 for Leander. That is Cameron Hoosier.
Sophomore. I'd like to see what he can do here. And honestly, you really want to run the football, and it does look like they did assess that's about where he caught it.
Yeah, I think that's where he caught it.
For a second, I was like, they move him back?
Yeah, if Lions can establish the run on this series and get 3 or 4 first downs, this game's over.
Yes. And
barring some catastrophe, yeah.
It'll really wear down that Pflugerville defense, which Pflugerville, if you're looking at both sidelines, Pflugerville's not overloaded with numbers either.
Yeah, you just don't want to get a quick 3 and out here with the clock staying at around 10. Play action, throw out to the right side, and it's dropped, almost intercepted, almost bounced off of him.
Wow.
Into number 5.
That's the catastrophic stuff you're talking about. That's E.J. Hargrave, the intended receiver. It kind of bounced around in his gut and then bounced out, and it did. It almost went right into the defender's hand.
See, this is where you've got to get that clock going, Chuck. I mean, that's
where
incomplete
a run
pass.
Yeah.
And the clock is
Which
stopped.
That was a long handoff, but
Yeah.
you got to make the completion for it to count. So
they got to get this clock moving and get those first downs. Trips on the far side, single receiver on the near side. Man in motion, Wooldridge across the formation. It is a handoff up the middle.
The youngster
keeps
spinning
churning
his
legs, and he keeps
First
going,
down,
and
baby.
he keeps going. And good job and a good push by the line, and he's down to the 47-yard line. Wow.
Let's remember that name, Cameron Hoosier.
Give him the ball. Wow, good push. He got a great initial push, and then the line just helped him, and he kept his legs, fresh legs out there, too.
And he wants it back. Look at him. He's excited, and he's going to get it back.
And he's got some room up the middle again.
He lost the football for a second, but he was able to get it back in midair.
Runs down to the 40-yard line of the Pflugerville Panthers, and that's what we need right there. Just pound them.
And at this point, why would you do anything else? Until they can stop Cameron Hoosier, you should run it to him every play.
And you got to give credit to the offensive line, too. They're getting a good push. Braden Lott is now back in, giving him a rest after 2 great runs.
Yeah, they're probably going to just calm Hoosier down. It's like, hey, just tuck that ball away. You know, you would – I mean, because he probably had another 20 yards if he didn't lose the handle there.
So there's a quick pass out to Wooldridge, makes a move, gets down to about the 32-yard line.
That's close to a first down, not quite.
Maybe 2nd and 8 now, but yeah, Lions are controlling the ball, getting those first downs like we talked about, moving the ball down the field almost in Rodriguez's
range
right here. 10 minutes, clock is stopped.
Yeah, that's the only problem with using the sidelines there is it stops the clock when you get out of bounds.
It's a handoff to Lott up the middle. Got some room. Got a first down. Nice push.
Like that right up the seam.
Yep. Offensive line is in control right now. They've got it completely under control, and that's what we were looking to see this game, and they have it going this drive.
If you're not leaning on those guys, then there's a problem.
And there's a stop and play. Called timeout by Pflugerville right before the snap.
Because he was about to give up a touchdown is why.
Man, look at them. They're all excited out there. And, Chuck, that's what we wanted to see, establish that offensive line. It took a while.
We didn't really run the ball in the first half significantly.
But they had those big defensive linemen out there, and we talked about conditioning. They may be a little gassed out there, and our guys are a little bit smaller but quicker. And if you can just get in their way and open up a seam, running backs can get through.
You know, you've seen it throughout the history of football. Sometimes smaller offensive lines are very effective. It is a cohesive unit. It's rarely one guy taking on one guy. I mean, especially in the middle of the line, it's generally double teams and guys peeling off, getting to that second level. And if you can understand what your responsibility is and the back can read those blocks, you could be very successful. And we are seeing that here late.
So Lions are heading back out. They're ready to go. Looks like we have
it's rare the offensive line is super stoked.
So Hargrave is in the backfield right now. There's still stoppage in play with the officials. They're talking over here near the numbers here on the near side. 9:49 left here in the ball game. Lions are up 42-28, and they've got to drive here.
And they got some youngsters out in the formation. Montgomery here on the left side as a wideout.
Hargrave with the carry. Slips a tackle, gets a good push.
Yeah, that's a nice gain on first down. At least 5. Looks like it's going to be about 6.5, maybe 7 yards there.
Yeah, Coach Price talked about depth in the backfield. We're seeing it tonight.
And he said there were a lot of youngsters.
Yep.
And he said they're going to have to prove themselves, and they have.
Yep, so Hoosier now in the game in the backfield.
I'd like to see him punch one in after those two first couple of runs he had here to start this drive.
Yeah, I mean, all the running backs right now, they're running downhill, and I like to see that. Let's see if we can keep it going. It's a pull by Mitchell. Tries to make a move. Goes to the inside, but he gets wrapped up there right about the 12, 13-yard line.
He beat the first guy, but Ahmad Sias was there to catch him up on that after that initial move. And gain of about maybe a yard or half a yard.
Third and about 4, maybe 5. And, yeah, I think they were trying to catch Pflugerville off guard. They've been handing off to the running backs, and I think they're going to try and pull Mitchell, see if they can spring him into the end zone. But pretty good job containing him, turning him back in, and then the linebackers were able to help out.
And those big tackles, one's limping off the field because of a cramp, and the other one's limping onto the field to replace him with a cramp. So
big third down play here. If Lions can get another touchdown here, that may be it.
Yeah, if the Lions can punch it in here, I think they're going away with this one. 8.5 minutes is still a lot of football, though.
Braden Lott back in the backfield. Clock is at 8:22 and rolling. A lot of time on that play clock. Let it roll down some. Make sure you got your play.
Yeah,
Make sure everyone's on the same page.
Get a couple of deep breaths before you start this play.
It is a rollout. Mitchell looking, rolling, turns it upfield. Oh, and he gets tackled hard.
That is a horse collar tackle.
And he is on the sideline down.
That should have been a penalty. He got into his shoulder pads, and that is the kind of thing you got to watch out for late in a game like this.
He sits up. That's a good sign.
He's fine. He's mad because he got horse collared, and there was no call, and the referee was standing right there.
Yep.
That's the frustrating part, is the referee was right there, and it was an illegal tackle to the starting quarterback.
Yep.
You've got to make that call. So if it's about safety, you've got to make that call.
So, yeah, his helmet's off, but he picks it up, and now he's walking back across the field. That's a good sign. That was a hard tackle out of bounds.
It was very awkward. That's why they made those tackles illegal, because they really can hurt your legs. I think it was it Terrell Owens that got his leg broken being tackled like that? Or was it Des Bryant? One of those guys.
We've seen a couple of them just from that type of play that they had to make that rule change. So Rodriguez is out. He's on the near hash, putting it down right about the 23, so it'll be a 33-yard field goal attempt.
And is Bielfeldt the deep snapper to Brady, the holder? This is big points here for Leander.
Yeah.
It puts them up 17 if they can knock this through.
Good snap. Kick is up, and it's good. Lions put 3 more on the board, 45-28. And that was a big drive by the Lions. They ate up a lot of clock, able to move the chains, wear down that Pflugerville defense a little bit, keep the defense off the field, and they're up by 3 scores.
Well, just want to remind everyone that next Thursday, this coming Thursday, the Lions host the Bastrop Bears at AC Bible. Make sure you come out for that one. There's no excuse when it's at Bible. And as you mentioned, 8 of the 10 games this season are at AC Bible. So
yep.
That's, I was upset because we had so many road games last year. This year I'm like, hey, well, I see why he did that. It was an investment for next year. We don't have to go to Del Rio. They got to come here. We only got to go to College Station that one time. Everybody else is coming to Bible except for Eastview.
So back deep for the Panthers, they've got McFrazier, and they also have Baham back deep.
And that Pflugerville home crowd has diminished.
It has.
Over the last quarter and a half. You can see here on the wide camera angle.
Maybe they just wanted to see the band.
That's right. Well, hey, we've seen that in the past.
So Rodriguez kicking from his 40 near hash. And another big kick.
Yeah.
Out of the end zone this time.
I mean, you got to go out there, but, I mean, I'd almost look at my special teams coach and be
you just don't have that threat.
Yeah.
We know they have speed. We know anything can happen on the kickoff return.
In a game like this where athleticism can really break it open or shift momentum significantly, the Pflugerville Panthers have those players.
Yep.
And the last thing you want is to give them an opportunity to return a kick 85, 90 yards for a score, because that will shift the momentum fully back to Pflugerville, even though the score will still be on the Lions' side of the ledger.
So Taylor and Miller in the backfield for Pflugerville. Rolling right, looking to throw, and
nice.
It is tipped.
That was number 40.
Segovia, nice tip there. Got in the throwing lane, got his hands up, incomplete pass.
I thought for a second he might have been able to take that one, but there was a lot of velocity on that pass, and it didn't seem to bother Segovia much. He didn't shake his hands or anything. He just got his hands on it, knocked it down.
2nd and 10 now for the Panthers. They switched the formation.
They are not in a hurry offensively and have not been throughout the game. I haven't noticed them to be in a hurry at all.
See if Lions bring a little pressure here. Oh, and he is hit in the backfield.
Nice
play right there
number
by
18.
Number 18. Yep, that is Charles Allender, another big play. You talk about them not being in a hurry, and yeah, we get it. It is a non-district game. It's the first game you want to come out, but they may be looking long-term, Chuck, at this point. They know they're down by 3 scores. Let's get something established. But you think they'd be a little more quicker on the ball, get more plays in.
Right, and at the very least, you got to keep your team's energy up, no matter what the score is. And we in the past, we've seen that to be a struggle for teams that are down. The Lions have done a good job over the years of trying to keep that excitement level up despite the score.
Yep. So clock is now down to 6:57 and rolling. Man in motion. Taylor going back, looking to throw a little swing pass over here on the right side. And good job coming up by number 0 and number 2.
Yeah, Brady and Pierce Phelan. Malachi Phelan is 4th and 7.
Yep, and they will bring the punting unit out.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
You're so deep. And like you said, at this point you're just trying to work on stuff, right? You've got 2 or 3 weeks out till district play, and I'll just use my own experience. We were 1-3 when we went into district, and we won our district when I played back in the 80s. So it's just a matter of doing it the right way.
Kick, Wooldridge back, and the ball basically stops. Pretty good little wedge there. Stopped dead at about the 43-yard line. No bounce.
You see a lot of teams will break up the season like it's a game. They'll be like, this is the first quarter of the season. This is the second quarter of the season.
Yep.
This is the third quarter of the season. And, you kind of see that, like Pflugerville's kind of having that attitude. It's like, okay, we may lose this game, but we may learn something coming out of it.
Yeah, and there's always something to work on, especially early in the non-district game. So Logan Mitchell is back in at quarterback. That's a good sign. We didn't think he was injured over here on the sideline. He popped up. He's back in.
He's mad for sure.
Hand off to Lott. Gets about 4, maybe 5 on that carry. We'll give him 4.
And that is Donnie Wright on the stop for Pflugerville, number 0.
They'll put him down for 3, so 2nd and 7. And, yeah, let's just run the ball, churn out some first downs, and let's get out of here.
That's right. This has been an excellent opening game. This will be 3 seasons in a row that the Lions have won their opener. It's been a while since we've seen that.
And that goes a long way, because you come out and you're flat and you get blown out.
Yeah.
People
it can
start
ruin your season.
Maybe get some doubts in your head, but they came out and they had little hiccups here and there, but they fought through them, and there's a handoff up the middle, number 35, breaking through, first down, great run by Braden Lott. They're just wearing down this defense, Chuck.
Yeah, and at this point, if the Lions don't run the football the rest of the game and end up with another touchdown, I'll be shocked, because they're getting chunks of 8, 10, 12 yards when they run the football, and they need to continue to do that.
Yep, Hoosier is in at running back, and it looks like Mitchell running over to the coach real quick. 20 seconds left on the play clock, plenty of time.
Yeah, it looks like Mitchell may be spending a little bit of time in the training room tomorrow.
They're going to be sore.
Yeah.
They're all going to be sore, that's for sure. So need to get him on the other side, so he bounces over. And it is a handoff to Hoosier. Keeps running. He's got big strength in his legs, and he gets down to the 29-yard line.
I really like the churning of those legs. Like you said, he was just grinding. That was a good 8-yard gain.
Yep, so they take him out. They bring in another running back, Hargrave. I like how they're getting a lot of reps in for these running backs.
Well, and at this point, you don't know who the guy's going to be, because all of them have shown flashes of consistency and excellence.
Hand off to Hargrave. Gets a good push. Still keeping his feet. He fights for a first down to the 22-yard line. And this offensive line is just dominating right now, Chuck.
And this is the best part for them. So you really want to drive it in, score a touchdown, so that when you're watching film tomorrow, when they get down to that last drive, those linemen are loving it.
See if you can get the numbers for these offensive linemen out there. so we can give them a big shout out.
Well, we got number 76 here at left tackle.
Jacob Wells.
And then at left guard, 61.
Jorge Ruiz-Williams.
Casimir's at center.
And there's another handoff. He gets tripped up. Gets about 3 or 4 on that.
And then 66 and 73 on the right side, Tafasi and Matthew Alvarez. Ryan Casimir at the center. And so those guys have really performed well heading down this second half. In fact, one of the people that said they're going to help us out is Ryan's dad.
Good. Yeah, you like seeing this late in the game, kind of like those old Cowboy teams where they would get up and then they would just dominate late just by running the ball and eating up that
Larry
clock.
Allen behind.
Yep. But hey, that's what I like to see out here. They didn't get tired. They kept fighting, and now they're winning that battle every time.
And I'm going to tell you, Weezy said that he hasn't had a cramp all season, and he didn't have one tonight either that I saw. So he did not lie.
Another good run by Hoosier.
It's going to be about 3rd and 4, though.
Clock now down to 2:30. Yeah, this one's over.
Yeah, you just want to grind it out. Coach Price not one to run up the score, but you hand the ball off to a youngster like Hoosier and they get an opening, they're not going to take a knee.
And if they can have 3 or 4 running backs with fresh legs all season, that's a bonus.
It's huge. Especially if you can get them on the field at the same time in different spots.
Another handoff. Oh, they came up and shut down that right side. Didn't have a lot of room to go. Another run by Hoosier. So it'll bring up 4th down. Clock is now inside of 2 minutes and rolling.
We'll give credit on that stop to Jason Woolridge and Donnie Wright of the Panthers. It's 4th down. They're going to bring in Rodriguez, I bet.
Yep, get some more work in. Special teams, they may need some of those down the road.
Well, you can never practice snap, hold, kick enough. I mean, you can feel perfect about it and go out there and mess it up just like that. So you got to do that as often as you can, and in game situations, especially like this where it's not going to hurt you to go for a field goal, you need to.
So I think they're going to let the clock go, and looks like they called a timeout right before the clock went out, burned some clock, so called timeout for the Lions. So there'll be 1:17 left when Rodriguez comes out for this field goal attempt. But, hey, great opening night here for the Leander Lions. They jumped out early, then they got kind of tight, and then that's when you never know what the team is going to do, either team at that point. The Lions stepped up.
I've seen some real confidence from this team that and I'm not saying that we didn't see confidence in past teams, but there's a quiet confidence that's going through this team, and there's a lot of football to be played. Bastrop has every offensive weapon that the Lions will face. And things could change in a week, but based on what I've seen, based on what we saw at the coaches show from the demeanor and the attitudes of these players, they are ready and excited about this season.
32-yard field goal attempt here by Rodriguez. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. And it's good.
And so he now has 2 field goals. And they scored 5 touchdowns, so 5 extra points. So he's got 11 points on the opener. That's pretty good from your kicker.
Yep.
He is a weapon, though.
But, yeah, just before, we talked about that. Pflugerville came out right before half when the Lions probably could have put the game away first half. They come back, they score. Pflugerville gets the ball again. They drive down the field and tie it up. At that point, it came down to what are the Lions going to do? They came back and scored, and then they started dominating that second half, and that's a great sign.
Well, and a team like Pflugerville that with a rivalry like this with the Lions where they've been playing against one another for basically over a century.
Yep.
You're not going to give up. And so I really liked that I knew that Pflugerville was going to punch back. And, we saw it towards the end of the first half, and then they got the ball back and were able to go down and tie it. The Lions didn't miss a beat, though.
Nope. And that goes to the the team. It goes to the coaches.
That's
and
right.
the attitude and the belief in yourself. Like, you get punched in the face and you're like, oh, well, it's hot, it's tired. No, they came back fighting, and they took it to them, and they're dominating the game now.
It's a reflection of the direction of the program. It really is. I mean, we've seen it. It's been gradual, but we've seen progress year in and year out, and it's getting better and better and better.
Another kick by Rodriguez, and it is almost out of the end zone this time. Get in the weight room, kid.
Work that leg a little bit.
Yeah, his leg's
more.
a little tired tonight, definitely.
Well, that's just it. I mean, we just talked about he has 11 points and, numerous kickoffs, a handful of punts even. And I'm surprised we haven't seen him make a tackle because usually he ends up with a tackle or two. So, but because he's kicking it out of the end zone, he didn't have any need to make any tackles. So.
All right, so 1:11 left in the ball game. Lions are up by 20, 48-28. Thanks for tuning in for the opening game this fall season, 2023. Lions will go up 1-0. Great start for the season, and thanks for tuning in. Chuck Cracy, Mark Sickles, and Melissa Sickles working on camera tonight. Did a great job filling in.
Fantastic. And she could have had a headset on. She said she didn't want to. She's afraid she might say something she shouldn't. But she's made a couple of observations that were very good that I missed myself. So you hang around too much, you're going to end up with a headset on. She said no.
So thanks for tuning in to SHN Sports. We'll be bringing the broadcast to you all year. So if you can't make the game, and if there's a reason you can't, you're out of state, tune in. If you're in state or close to Leander, come to the ball games. This is exciting.
Yeah, I really think it's turning in the direction that the Lions should expect.
Yep. We'll see a big game next week. You talked about the Bastrop Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Different style. We'll see what happens
Big
with that
offense.
game. And, that'll be another test for the Lions. Then following that, the Del Rio Rams, another good game. So 3 good preseason games. And clock is winding down, and that's the ball game.
Yeah.
Man, they're excited, and a great job by the Lions coming out, setting the tone for the first game of the season. Obviously, there are things to work on, as anybody can do, and all teams do after the first game. We'll see what happens next week, but exciting game. I'm glad we were able to come out tonight and bring this to you, and great showing tonight all around.
Yeah, go Lions. We'll see you next week on Thursday.
Yep, tune in. We'll talk to you later. For Chuck Cracy, Mark Sickles, and Melissa Sickles and SHN Sports, thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend. Good night.
Be kind to your neighbor. You don't know what they're going through.